he's he's the director of
Repeat your
episode 6,
intro.
and the guy who thinks he's a Latvian cowboy, and also here's me, Boris, the guy who wait, I'm not even named Boris right now. Whatever. Wait, the stream isn't even on, so all of this was.
It is on,
Okay,
actually.
question.
It's on.
No,
we're waiting.
no questions.
Okay.
No
Okay.
questions.
Question.
No questions.
No, stop.
Hey everyone,
Stop.
welcome to another
No,
video.
no
We're gonna
questions.
cover-
Questions are not allowed. Questions are illegal.
Let me finish. Okay. Lupus says we're waiting for
Well, I already
Replicusa
started
to
it
shut up.
because Replica did the intro.
Yeah, we're live actually, guys.
Wait, we
what?
are?
Yeah, I said that
Yeah,
like
we're
10
live.
times already.
Wait.
Oh, you son of a bitch.
Let me check.
Did Jack Smith say that the Clone Wars
Hey!
video is a very epic video?
Oh, you guys are. You guys are a bunch of jackasses.
Motherfucker.
Maybe you're just a bot. I don't know.
All right.
Yeah.
Well, the actually begins a dumb, stupid ass video.
Alright.
Lupus, get the fucking thing on screen.
Now this is epic.
Okay. Replica.
Oh no.
If you want to really talk about this,
Dude, this is like the equivalent of like filming like musicians in a stage play before they
God,
get to the stage. Like what the hell?
Thumbnail.
There's a thumbnail.
It actually says Black Man is offline.
Oh, now you noticed.
What the heck? What is that? What is General Grievous? On the left?
Yeah,
Oh,
fun fact, the dislike ratio is pretty apt. Like it has
Yeah.
more dislikes than likes, so it's on the right track. So let's
Dude, I want to make fucking thumbnails illegal. Like if I was the king of YouTube, I would make all thumbnails go away and I would replace it with text. And the text wouldn't be allowed to be played. It would only be playing, and it would just be like prequel or I don't think good.
All right.
Stein's insulting me in the chat. We might have to report him.
Yeah.
Ping me.
Oh,
Ping me if you need. You're not Master Chief.
Blood Monster. We need you to show comments that might get reviewed by YouTube on the chat.
I think dude, you're showing the thing from the previous episode. Oh no, it's fun.
Okay.
Long time no see. How's it going? Oh, things are going well, Willem. We just had to like punish Latvian, and the problem was that like that went on for so long that somehow like weeks have gone by. Like
And also
we
school
just got
season.
back from the torture chamber, so that's
Yeah, and I got my journey carrying a giant log.
Yeah, and we also got school.
And he also figured out that his father is criminal and he's a Latvian cowboy.
All right, okay, let's get this shit started. I want already
actually, we probably, we all come from the Anomaly Discord server, so Star Wars, the Clone Wars, is a pretty contentious subject.
Oh, it's
Star
not.
Wars: The Phantom Menace was the most disappointing since this airborne.
What?
So, Latvia,
Yeah.
what is your opinion on Star Wars: The Clone Wars?
It's all right, but for me, it kind of really contradicts with the movies and also the old expanded universe.
2003 is better.
Yeah, it's
No.
well, they're both are pretty good.
Oh
All this
god,
time,
I
my
have to
microphone was
say,
muted.
oh god, it's him.
I have to say, I like Star Wars: The Clone Wars. It's a pretty good show. But
it's a good show. Just don't watch it in Legends context. But it being a
I have to say that like what it seems from behind the scenes, I don't think Star Wars: The Clone Wars was ever meant to be part of the EU. I
Yes.
think it was.
the problem with it being an EU is that since it's a show and it's a part of the old EU and all things that aren't the movies.
It
2003.
it was either a huge miscommunication where like they thought that it was part of the OG6 when it was actually part of the EU, and so they kind of screwed the pooch on that. But I don't think that's the show's fault, or it ever was part of the EU, and we were the ones used.
Alright.
2003.
I don't think that the show, like the people on the show, deliberately contradicted the EU just because they hated it.
2003 Clone Wars is like what you would go through if you wanted to like have it be like 100% like matching the movies. But like I never
What?
I never saw that as like a flaw from 2008 because it felt like we were extending things
If you
because
want,
we
if you
were.
want to do something quick where you want to like be quick and also want to fill in some of the holes, just watch '03 so then you can watch Revenge of the Sith. Cause it's gonna take at least a day and a half to watch all of TCW. And if you want to get to Revenge of the Sith,
Yeah, I would say like I think the problem is that like I don't know, '03 I think like the overall ideas of '03 are kind of weird. Like the idea that the Jedi are like these absolute insane beasts that can like do anything and everything. I think that heavily damages the old canon. And subjectively, just like I don't like that because I've always seen the OG6 as like grounded in realism.
Well,
Like I
the
and I
thing,
can connect everything, and like with '03, it's like this is very much Tartakovsky's take on Star Wars, and that's pretty much what I see it as.
I totally agree with you in that sense, Airborne, but I do like it's sort of like Master Chief or Halo from the books versus Halo from the games. Like if you really like go down hard and you like take these things exactly as what they're supposed to be, then they are usually way more impressive than in any live action adaptation. Because, like I don't know, if I make a character that's called like Lardan the Fire Lord, like in the animation, I can have him like fly in his fiery wings and run on buildings as he like stabs 50 people as he like just goes down to the street. But like in the movie, I could do that too, but I can't do it like all the time, and I can't have the hero fight him in the air like as they like both fly around and smash into buildings. There's a certain like amount of like let me put it this way. Like there's a certain limit on the live action adaptation of Star Wars. It's not an adaptation, but the live
Live
the,
action version of
the
Star Wars.
live action version of Star Wars, we can't like George Lucas pushed that to the limit. Like he could have probably maybe gone a little bit further and get like Ewan and Hayden Christensen to learn how to do like flips and shit too. But besides that, like they are fighting about as hard as they probably could be. Maybe if they practice for like a decade, they could do it even better. But
Like I don't think that George Lucas would want that from his movies. I don't think that he would want these insane flipping and all that. Like I would say like the most insane character in the prequels is Yoda, and even then he's about as powerful as I'd expect him to be. Then you see him in '03, and he is literally stopping invasions using the Force.
well, he's not.
Ye-
He's
Yeah,
still not.
but the problem is Lucas approved this.
Well, look,
He want,
I don't care. I don't care what
the
Lucas
way I
is
like
doing.
the way
Lucas. I view '03 as pretty much how he reviewed Empire Strikes Back, but even less so. He basically let Tartakovsky do his thing and stepped in when he needed to, like with Grievous, and that's about it.
it's kind of like Metal Gear Solid 1 Twin Snakes, like the remake of the first Metal Gear Solid game. Like no, not Akira what the fuck? Hideo Kojima was he basically the director of that game was like, I'm gonna make it all perfectly the way it was in the previous one, and then Hideo was like, nah, just do whatever you want. And then we got like Snake jumping on missiles, dodging
Yeah,
a helicopter.
I I would say another thing I think is is the I think there's a very good reason why George wanted Clone Wars '08 to replace Clone Wars '03 is so that he could like have this expansive Clone Wars era within a show. You could have it. I would just say like the physics overall closer to
Yeah,
the
yeah.
actual film.
I'll be
overall
honest with you.
style
Like,
closer to the actual films. I
Like-
would
like-
say there's still inconsistencies, like with Anakin Skywalker and stuff being having a lot of different characteristics and stuff. I think
I
it's
agree.
closer to what George wants with Star Wars.
Like, I agree with you. Like, don't get me wrong. I absolutely do. However, there's a few like tiny elements that I have to say. Like, for instance, like while it is ridiculous how Yoda crashes those two ships together with the Force, I don't think it's outside of his ability to do so. But then again,
okay.
maybe
I would absolutely say it is.
Okay, guys. I think we should now watch the video.
Yeah.
the way I
yeah,
like
let's
to look
get
at that
into it.
stuff anyway is like sort of like an exaggeration, like it's the sort of like legendary version told
that
by
it's
like
not-
folk.
So that it's not canon.
All right, let's just watch the fucking video.
Yeah.
I
Ah!
like Star Wars. I just think most of it is Clone
Oh,
Wars definitely falls in.
Okay,
Yeah.
Let's go
Already
back. Let's go back.
already
Oh.
started. I want to fucking kill myself. I want to
So
strangle the
so these
someone.
are the only Star Wars
Jeez.
properties that he likes. He likes the original trilogy.
Ooh, what a faggot!
He likes KOTOR. He likes Republic Commando. That's it.
Fucking
most of it
ears,
is
Jesus!
Seriously, what the
Holy shit!
He
Holy
doesn't-
shit!
Most of
He doesn't
Holy
get-
shit!
it is
He doesn't get the memo that the pre. Go ahead.
Okay, so he thinks the sequels suck. That's awesome. He
Don't
thinks the
you
prequels suck.
fucking, for Christ's sake! That not only are these not the only worlds out there in Star Wars, fuck you. Seriously, any person who mixes fucking anyone who mixes the sequel. Where the hell's TFA? Do you
It's
like
right there.
TFA?
It's right there.
Where?
You see it. It's like Force Awakens and The Last Jedi are like combined into one.
Oh, that.
Yeah, but
Here-
I don't.
se-
Okay.
Seriously, anyone who mixes the fucking prequel trilogy with the sequels can go straight to fucking hell.
He's
That's
Yeah,
not even-
great.
Okay. Listen, let's pretend the prequels are bad. The OT, like the prequels, are still in the same solar system. They're like really lower, like at worst. The sequels are not in the same solar system. They are in a whole different fucking galaxy of themselves.
Yeah. Yeah.
Clone
Jesus
Wars definitely
Christ.
falls into the crap category.
You
Into
suck.
the crap category.
I hate his voice so much.
Category.
Yeah, me too. I fucking hate his voice.
To the crap category.
belongs to the crap category.
Also, I love that poster right there. It's so good.
Yeah.
Dude, when he sees this video, he's just gonna get wrecked.
Oh yeah.
I remember the show first came out.
Oh, damn it, he looks good. Why do you have to be stupid, you idiot?
Replica, we know you're gay, but you don't have to.
I
You
don't
gotta
know.
announce it to everybody.
I wasn't talking to him. I was talking to his fucking drumstell TV.
Okay.
Okay.
I only saw like 2, maybe 3 episodes before I lost interest in it.
Yeah. At first, I
Wait-
only just
wait a
watched
minute.
the whole movie.
What?
He looks like that guy I killed in Max Payne 2.
Yeah, looking back at it, I was a little bitch back then.
Yeah, I'm gonna beat the living shit in you like a little bitch. How about that?
Men can't be bitches. Bitch means angry or horrible woman.
Yes, I
Okay,
know.
so then he is a pussy.
Yeah, but that's
What's the difference?
Even I think this is a great business decision. I still see the flaws of the
Jesus
show.
Christ.
Some
Great.
Oh, what the
business
fuck is up with that?
some of you out there are gonna say, Doctor Delicious, it's a show for kids. Well, I got 2
Nobody says that about the Clone Wars, actually.
No, but
I think the whole thing is like that it's not for kids, which I don't think is true. I think it's just for kids who are, not for not
It's
not
It's
punished.
for 12-year-olds, boy.
12.
I think even like 10-year-olds can handle the stuff in Star Wars: The Clone Wars, and there's a lot of dark stuff in there.
Yeah,
I
people getting
think
stabbed
people-
in the back, men getting tased until they die, and like dudes getting chopped by like lifts.
Art.
Decapitation.
Art.
Dude, that
Yeah.
guy who got like cut in half by the air vents, that was that
Yeah,
was scary.
brutal.
Yeah.
Brutal.
Things to say. Number one, some of the fans don't consider this a kid show.
I don't think I'm in the right one.
Ooh, this is
Yeah,
smart enough.
exactly. People don't consider this to be like a baby kid show that you just can't criticize. Everybody thinks you could. Even Clone Wars fans criticize the Clone Wars. They're like, oh yeah, the show's good, but like the droid arc sucks and the Jar Jar sucks. I don't even think Jar Jar sucks. The Clone Wars.
Oh, come-
like
Hey, the droid arc is actually good.
no.
Why did
The
she
droid
kill
arc
him
is fun.
exactly?
Number two, people use that argument when their show is getting criticized, but they'll
No, they criticize the show. Clone Wars fans criticize the show.
Hey,
There
Jar
are
Jar.
arcs that they don't like. They, I don't get this like mentality that people who like the show just don't want to say anything bad about it when they do rip into it at times.
I mean, a lot of
never
Clone
yet
Wars
when their
fans don't
show's
like
being
season
praised.
7.
Sounds a little bit hypocritical. Yeah, the kid show argument isn't really an argument.
It is though, because it's made for children.
Oops.
Ooh,
Uh,
that is just the kind of screw up that you couldn't even excuse. Only
Yeah, you
Jar.
can kind of tell the tone is all over the place.
no.
Oh
What
no.
do you-
Oh god, he's
That
gonna pull
is-
that shit.
Okay, so this is incredibly manipulative because he cuts in footage like because he shows us like our guy is being stabbed and then he shows us like this episode. It's like, oh yeah, Star Wars: The Clone Wars is totally confusing. It's like, no, these are two very different episodes. The tone is very clear throughout all of them. This is a goofy episode. The next one's a serious episode.
Yeah, that actually makes sense.
I don't. This
Okay,
dude,
they're
this
both
is like really.
they're both in the same arc, but they're different episodes, so yeah, it doesn't count as being confusing.
I don't really get this.
I watched.
Oh god, my
all
Oh, my ears.
oh yeah, my Zaos what ear rape is not funny. All
This
right,
guy
it's
doesn't know how
fun.
to edit.
6
What?
seasons, all 121 episodes. And
Oh,
thank
121.
God it's
My god, it's
Well, actually,
oh.
there's there's actually 122. You little
Hey,
bit.
it's not one of
Whatever.
those weird fucked up Jabba creatures.
Yeah, it is.
Looks like a
know.
fucking plant.
over with.
uh,
So I am not going to review the unfinished episodes simply because they are incomplete and they might make changes down the line.
Wow.
Yeah,
Thank you for that information. I totally need to know that you're not going to review the unfinished fucking episodes. Thank you very much.
yeah, they're never gonna
Let's
they're never gonna finish the Obi one.
I'm also never going to review an unfinished game, by the way, guys. Just
I
saying.
think it's safe to say that this is a war show. I mean, it does say wars twice in its title.
Are you fucking retarded?
Okay, the logo of the show is kind of retarded, but
Goes without saying.
When it comes to how the military acts, you would think that it would make sense, but it
Oh, that Grievous looks good.
doesn't. With highly advanced
There's
no,
a war
that's-
right there.
okay. Grievous doesn't look good in TCW. In the final season, they finally fixed his goddamn design, but they only show one.
I think he looks great. I don't know. I don't know what you're saying. Especially
No,
with his like his.
I don't like his 4 fingers.
He
Oh,
looks
whatever.
like he's slightly smaller than normal.
weaponry. They should not be marching as if they're fighting in the 18th century. This was
Okay, I have to say, this only happens in a few
Oh,
select episodes. Alright, I'm just gonna go like basically all through all of the episodes that use this. Alright, let's see here. Star Wars The Clone Wars movie on Christophsis, but the enemy was already pretty outnumbered, so it made sense as a tactical move. Uh, uh
Was garbage in the goals, but
that's about it. I mean, like,
Okay, everybody, shut up. I'm going to address this.
doesn't.
Seriously,
With
if you
highly advanced weaponry, they should not be marching as if they're fighting in the 18th century.
What are you talking about?
I don't even know what he's.
marching.
Oh my fucking good! I fucking hate people today. This is stupid. Okay, listen. Let me tell you. Let me tell you something, you Mr. Idiot. So in today's combat, we have something called fourth generation warfare. That means basically urban combat. In urban combat, everybody's a coward and shoots each other from different places, all hiding somewhere like some piece of shit. In a normal war, or an honorable one, or an honorable normal war, you're supposed to be on an open field and just sort of shoot at each other. You may have trenches, but that's it. Like all this shit is like dishonorable bullshit. Like,
Yeah.
what the fuck?
Okay, I have to say there are 3 examples that I can think of, like off the top of my head. There's the one in the Clone Wars movie on Christophsis, but again, that one makes enough sense. There is the one in Weapons Factory where they charge at the enemy, but that one is used as a distraction because they have to make themselves look convincing so that Ahsoka and Barriss could sneak behind enemy lines. And 3, this one right here, but this isn't a valid option because the clones use cover to advance.
What about
Yeah.
having automatic weapons? Means that you can't stand in a line anymore. You still need to.
Know. I guess you just can't do it. I mean, again, like the droids, they can. I can completely excuse the droids anytime they like march in just like neat lines because they're droids. They're meant to overpower with intimidation and numbers.
Yeah, that
And
makes
even then,
sense.
I would argue that the droids do use unconventional tactics at times, like commando droids, droidicas, rocket droids. Like, come on.
In an open field, you only have so many options. The fact he criticizes this at all is ridiculous.
This was
How
garbage in the
disingenuous-
prequels,
This
but
is not garbage in the prequels. You're wrong. Give up.
Yeah.
You're
Yeah.
stupid.
Okay.
I mean, fuck
Okay.
me. In this scene, the fucking guns literally have a wall of shields. They have men that are acting as active cover, and that shield over there protects them from getting shot to shit in open field warfare. This is like a spherical battle. That's what. Are you retarded?
Come on.
Jesus!
He isn't complaining about this because it didn't happen in the the Battle of Hoth.
Oh, yeah, that's
no.
Yeah,
The
but
Battle
they
of
were
Hoth.
using but they were using trenches, so that makes it like tactical.
There were trenches in the Clone Wars, man.
Okay, so
Yeah.
look,
Okay.
look, I'm gonna give an olive branch to you. I know that George often likes to make it look like both sides are charging at each other, but most of the time during a battle that won't be happening because you only charge if you got the enemy weakened or like or if you have that much of an overpowering force. But often, like for instance in episode 2, it's like two sides run at each other because it's the beginning of the battle. They're not charging. It's like the start. Like or often we see the end of a battle in the prequels. So then we see people charging for that reason. Like for instance, when the guy with the big head dies, Al Mundi, that's it. Yeah.
Chiari Mundi.
When Kiadi Mundi like gets killed, like I'm pretty sure they're like they have like the advantage, and so they're like moving in to like destroy the enemy. And as that happens, like he gets like killed because of Order
No,
66.
it's bad because they're charging at. What the fuck?
I mean, like
Yeah.
seriously, like I would have
Yeah.
maybe asked George like maybe like add something in where they can like make deployable cover, but then why would they not have used that in the OT? So
Yeah.
like it's like, look, you can jump low and high about it, but it makes sense. If you're in an
Yeah.
open field and there is no cover, you're going to stand and shoot each other in a line, like in a real normal war.
And I'd argue that there are so few examples of them using this tactic in this show that it's not even worth bringing up. And even when it is, I think it mostly makes sense.
But wouldn't
You're
you
not.
think that
You're not.
George would look
You're
at the
you're
show
not.
as an opportunity?
You're not supposed to fight in a city. Like, that is like one of the really horrible things about modern times, and most of these like battles are like in cities, because then people can get hurt. If you fight a good war, or at least one that is like not, or at least one that is like more. Well, the point is, the reason why people always fight in open fields is so that innocent people won't get hurt. Like, it's like, but like these people, well, like groups like ISIS, like terrorists like that, they don't have any honor. They will gladly just hide in like a city full of people and have a battle that way, because that way they can like pick off people, and it's just this shitty fucking long burn to like get rid of them, because they
Yeah.
can't just bomb the place because there's people there. They can't just charge in and shoot the buildings down with a tank because there's people there. They can't like charge in with like 20 men fully armored, like just start shooting everybody because there's people there. It's fourth generation warfare. It's one of the most costly and destructive kinds of warfare.
And guess what? There was an arc where the droids encamp themselves in a city, so that they don't. So that they're using basically they're using the citizens as living shields, so the clones won't use an all-out assault on them. So they have to send gunships in with troopers, using mostly non-lethal weapons,
Yeah.
so that they don't kill the. Oh my god! Why do
If
you have
you-
to start off with such a terrible point? There are things to criticize about this show, and you go for like this stupid angle.
If you were
Yeah.
an, I already said it twice, but I'm going to say it one more time just to make it absolutely clear. If you're in an open field battle, there's like hundreds on your side. Thousands on your side, thousands on the enemy side. You will fight in an open line. If you have time to dig trenches, you will. But if there's no time for that, you will fight in an open battle, even in modern day. Even in modern day, I've seen what it would potentially look like groups of soldiers behind tanks that slowly go forward, something like that. Which is, exactly what they do in the prequels.
All right.
Yeah. God bless
guys,
you, George.
guys, wait a minute. I'm gonna get some watermelon.
Also, by the way, nothing about this is 17th century, because in the
Oh, Joey.
17th century, they only had They only had one-shot rifle like muskets, and they would and the reason why they fired in a line was to make their combat effectiveness go up. It was the whole idea of that is when they release a salvo, there's like 1 million bullets flying towards the target, as opposed to like uncontrolled like stuff. You don't have that problem anymore because the combat effectiveness of modern weapons is so much higher that one man can pretty much do the job of 30 guys back then. Yeah.
Holy shit, Joey's here. Joey the Slam Boy.
All right.
All right,
Alright.
I'm a guy from VeggieTales.
All right, let's
Feels fine.
continue. Let's continue this nonsense.
Anyway, this point is retarded and you suck. Move on.
What he did in the prequels. Anyway, the show as an opportunity to not be marching as if they're fighting in the 18th century. This was garbage in the prequels, but
Fucking
wouldn't you
hell.
think that George would look at the show as an opportunity to fix what he did in the prequels? And
Yeah, well, if it's not a problem, then he won't fix it. So there you go.
anyway, the reason why line warfare is now obsolete is partially because of the power of weaponry over the past 100 years.
No, it's bullshit. They got body armor. You think you could just shoot into a whole group of guys and expect them all to like fall over and die and shit?
Okay,
What's wrong
okay.
with you?
Okay. Here's an example.
Do you think the tank doesn't give them cover? Do
Okay.
you think what the
Okay.
fuck is this shit?
So I doubt he is
What did he just
charitable
say?
enough to remember what happens in this episode. But essentially, the droids
Yeah,
were
yeah.
going to win this battle until the village people fought back, which they didn't expect them to because they were a bunch of cowards.
I mean,
So
it's
they
just fun.
only win by a hair, like by a little bit. They're at their wits' end.
Oh
by the
yeah,
end of the
Anakin is
battle.
like wounded here.
Come on.
Did he get shot?
Oh no, he got he sustained like some massive injuries earlier.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. Yeah. So yeah, but well, I
Wait,
mean, like I don't even I haven't even seen the show, and I know that this is, I know that this is like cherry picked to high hell.
Is he talking about the episode with George Takei or whatever his name is, the Asian guy from Star Trek who played Luck Dur?
Yes, yes, yeah. Okay, he mentions it. Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
Stein says that Stein
the
says the
Watch
Gungan
Together
battle. Stein says the Gungan's battle makes more sense than the Infinity War battle. So
All
did
right.
the
Yeah.
Infinity War battle.
All right.
Because they all run at each other and just punch each other.
No, they don't. They have like lines of soldiers with rifles.
All right.
Well,
They're
Okay.
fighting for fire.
Wait, what the fuck?
Okay. Fun fact. Also, Jartake also. Oh, well, whatever. Let's
The
continue.
reason why
I can't
Line
believe
Worker is
how
now obs-
I really can't believe just how wrong this guy is.
It's
Like,
absolutely insane. I
from
expected this video to be made by somebody in the Anomaly Discord server, and I'd be like, oh, it's just gonna be the same complaints I've heard over and over again. It's gonna be an okay video. But
like
no,
from
it's this kind of thing.
like from a military tactical standpoint, like I mean, like
Dude,
SWAT teams are designed to like get things done fast in an environment where there's like people. The army, they fight big battles. There's all types of different like specific things to do in all types of specific different situations, and generational warfare. You have this thing where you have like patrols of groups of dudes with like cars just sort of. I mean, there are examples of like full scale assaults on cities, but even then, it's not the same. I mean,
I'll be back, guys.
What does he expect? Does he expect in an open field battle everyone to like run and hide behind like the one rock? Like, what the fuck is this? It's just everybody get behind this rock. You have like a line of. You have like a line of like 100 men like behind this one rock, like just
Yeah.
like it. I mean, I'm sorry to say this, but you got to stand and fight in that situation.
is partly because of the power of weaponry over the past 100 years.
In spite of all of these points,
Yeah, but this is Star Wars, though, by the way, so this is already different.
linear tactics eventually succumbed to the inevitable obsolescence of any method or technology.
Yeah, but the Gatling gun had like in a world where you only have one shot with a musket or a breech loading rifle. I don't know when this came out. A Gatling gun was like devastational because you could actively reload it as you were shooting it. So that weapon was essentially introducing a minigun into a fight with pistols. Like, of course, it like that weapon just destroyed the ever-loving shit out of cavalry charges with horses. That weapon can't do shit against a charge with tanks. Like, there's a big difference here. Also, they didn't have body armor back then. Like they
Well, they ditched armor 8 centuries ago, so probably was a big mistake.
Well, one of the problems with that was Latvian was that knight armor could actually stop a few of the bullets, but the problem was that it just you were way too easy of a target, and you were like it was like there are examples of some knights still in like the 1700s, but they would essentially be like heavy infantry. Like like their armor would be like twice as thick as like Middle Ages knights, because they were trying to like have it be bulletproof, which it almost was. I mean, like armor used today is like also made of like stuff like steel, I think.
Well, you also got Kevlar.
Oh, definitely, but he's essentially saying that because the Gatling gun was made, therefore we no longer fight in a line, even though we now have assault rifles, tanks, and rocket launchers, and all types of different ways to deal with a machine gun nest.
Okay, let's
so this
continue.
happened.
Enemy nuke incoming!
Yeah, but they don't have a nuke, and also, if
That
they
was-
would,
That
if they
was
would,
the only proton bomb that they had, really. Like,
yeah, but they could also send like helicopters and planes to shoot down those rockets, and they have. Do you think they have no way to deal with this?
and again, like one, this proton bomb opened up a sinkhole in the ground.
Like
Yeah.
there's this one weapon. There's like one weapon that there's this one vehicle in the Clone Wars I saw. On like the clone side, they have like this thing that like shoots like a laser.
Stein, do you not
the thing they used
remember?
against those
Okay,
Zilla beast.
Yeah, they have that thing that shoots like a laser. I'm pretty sure that thing could literally like shoot that bomb and
I
cut it
think,
in half and make it explode in the air.
so Stein's, I'm going off track here, but Stein says Infinity Wars battle is flawed because all the warriors was just on using spears instead of primitive guns. Stein, the spears are rifles in the movie. They shoot out bolts of energy.
Yeah, but it's still stupid though.
No, not really.
It's over!
That's not how combat works, you idiot.
Okay, now he's
You
gonna
can't just
compare.
bomb the enemy. Oh my god, I fucking hate people today. Like, if you think, okay, let me just put it this way: if you think that firing a like bomb, like a massive bomb, at like 100 men is like a guarantee to like win in a open field battle with like thousands of dudes, like on both sides, then you better never fight in your life. You better never fight in any battle ever.
Areas that take cover. I mean, they did.
They don't have cover here. They have only like these tiny little pillars they can barely hide behind. And are you honestly going to tell me to my face that if there's a building or whatever, like in between one of these open battles in the prequels, where people can hide behind, they wouldn't. Like they absolutely would hide behind that shit. Like here's the thing, they might be fighting in an open field battle, like they might be fighting like just standing there, but if there's any kind of cover that they could utilize, they will.
Yeah, like
we see them do
trees or
that
hills.
all the time in the prequels.
And in the Clone Wars.
And in the Clone Wars, like we literally see it in the movie, the Clone Wars movie. We see like these guys hiding behind this like destroyed pillar. It's like, what? Are you retarded? And by the way,
I think the
oh my fucking god! Do you think you can cram like 1,000 men behind one piece of cover?
Okay, Joey, do you wanted to say something?
Fucking hell!
Oh, I was just gonna bring up how there might be trees or hills or rocks in an open field battle.
Yeah.
Season 3, episode 4, or season 3, episode 3. Season 3, episode 3. Supply lines. They're using rocks and trees to hide behind on Ryloth while the Twi'leks evacuate.
Seriously, cover.
Even though they could be fighting in an open field, like you would say, Docta Delicious. But no, they're using cover when it's available. Almost as if the show isn't as retarded as you're making it out to be.
And I mean, look, at some point, if you have that many men, and I'm just saying this in general in fights in Star Wars, like you just have to like fight like that, because if everybody's like, here's the thing: if everybody is hiding behind, if you got like, okay, one guy, like they're trying to capture one guy, you know, and there's like 10 guys hiding behind one piece of cover. You know what the guy can do? He can toss a grenade up there. Oh, a brilliant idea! All 10 of us hide. Yeah, great idea. I blame this retarded perspective on a lot of like modern action films. Like, cover is only useful if it helps you fight your enemy. Like if if it's just this, like
could also
if
be
you're
bland.
hiding behind something, all you're doing is protecting yourself. You're not winning the battle. You gotta obviously you can protect yourself and like get closer to an enemy, so that like helps you win the battle. But like you don't win a war by hiding behind a wall. You win a war by killing the enemy.
Could also like blame it on like Call of Duty and Battlefield and shit like that.
Yeah.
It's like they've never heard of the concept of like just sort of, just standing still and just sort of shooting at the enemy where they are. Ugh. It's like an Arma. Like as much as I give Arma a lot of shit, like it's a really good example of like what real world combat is when like enemies are really far away and you're just standing on top of a hill somewhere, just sort of awkwardly shooting at them down there where you think they are, while you're all standing out in the open. Like just some of them are crouched, some of them are standing, but you're all just sort of shooting into like this lower area, and they're like shooting up to this higher area where they think you are. Like that's how combat works. If there's no cover, you stand still and shoot at each other. I don't know what else to tell you. Well, I mean, you could also move a little bit, but mainly you just stand still, shoot. I hate this so much. Stupid fucking argument.
Yeah.
Technology. Sometimes they just charge into battle and everything works out. Look at this.
Okay,
Yeah,
they're
that's
using
those
they're using ATRTs, which are really fast walkers that can evade tank shots. You've got to be kidding me! You're
that's
like
like
showing
equivalent
footage that debunks your argument.
What do you
It's like-
think a charge is?
It's like cavalry charge. You're riding a motorcycle while holding a bazooka or some shit.
Okay, so let me tell you something, you stupid idiot. When an army charges, they don't do that when they can get like killed by the millions. They do that when they know that it's like a good moment to charge. Charges aren't these like moments when one side of the two factions is like, well, I've had enough shooting at them. Time to like go run over those sons of bitches and fucking blow them up.
He is
That's
about to
not what a
show
charge is.
he is about to show a supposed bad moment in the Clone
All right,
Wars.
let's do
I just
this.
wanna. He's going to say that everything works out for these clones, and watch as they suffer absolutely no casualties.
This scenario, why a Force user would survive, but the clones should be
Oh look, there's two that died.
getting massacred. They're fighting
Oh look, one more died.
as if they're in a first-person
Oh look, another one died.
shooter.
Se-
For fuck's sake.
seriously.
What the fuck? It
Seriously.
shouldn't be. Oh, fuck this guy. This is like one of the things that I like despise about modern films and action movies. Like, oh yeah, the guy who charges into the room is the one that get killed, not the guy who's like, what the fuck just happened? I'm sorry, but the force of like charging has a fucking power to it. And also, I mean, there's guys getting killed over there, so I don't know what the fuck you're talking about. This guy probably thinks that they would all die in like 2 seconds. Like that's like the fucking
And
the
as we're
galaxy
shown-
brain.
Like as we're
Yeah.
shown, there are other fronts to this battle, like this little small fight, like because they joined up with other forces, which means that like not all of the Geonosians were focused on this specific branch of the clone troopers.
Yeah.
This is causing me like physical hurt.
Also,
Yeah.
it was
Like,
it
it's
was also like a one take, which is pretty cool.
This
That's
is like
awesome.
one of those things that I hate. Like now, is that like when you just have these moments when the good guy or bad guy for that matter just kills like a whole SWAT of dudes, and it's just like no, that would never happen that way because simple logistics of not being able to of that not. There's so many variables to this. Like they could die, or the enemies. I mean, they're shooting as they run. Do you not think that is like causing damage to the enemy and their ability to shoot at them? Like, I hate this so much because like I know that if this guy would make a movie, he would literally think that like 30 guys like die to one dude because he's like, fuck this shit. God damn it. Fucking hell. And what's this shit about first-person shooters? Do you think in Halo you could just charge forever and like win everything? Like, I'm I've got a lot of problems with Halo, but that's
maybe on easy mode, but like nothing else.
no, not easy mode, not even easy mode. Like I played
Yeah,
Halo 2 on easy mode, and I get wrecked.
I have died plenty of times on easy.
Yeah, like in Halo 2, I try and like charge in easy, I get killed all the
Yeah,
time.
maybe I just got lucky.
They bait their trap. I will help you spring.
Also, using video games and movies, also using video games and TV shows as a comparison is really fucking stupid. And I hope
That
you
could
realize
literally
No
that could,
shit.
that could literally
It's
be
like
no more
tackle
bullshit
in
if you
video
tried.
Oh,
That like
I can't
like,
even do this in
How
like,
dare you?
BS. No.
like seriously, dude, if you like that could not be any more bullshit. Like I don't care if that's like the highest difficulty, Master Chief should never die from that. That is just like a bad game. Like that's one of the reasons why I don't like Halo that much is that bullshit like that could happen. Like there is no like not only should he have missed, but also even if he did hit you, that wouldn't have worked.
Now, when the droids march in lines, I could maybe forgive them. However, they're in a transcendental technological universe that should have more advanced AI.
That is
And
really cool. Yeah, you're just saying that
Okay,
they should have more
okay.
AI.
Okay,
They
they
can
wouldn't
literally communicate with each other.
All right. Okay, droids in all in older times who had more intelligence, but after some kind of droid revolution, they lowered the AI's intelligence a bit. So
Oh, that's wow.
Really?
World building. Badass. Badass world
was that
building.
like in the Old Republic shit or something, or in between Old Republic and?
somewhere during Old Republic.
Okay,
Honestly, I think calling the droids stupid in the show is pretty uncharitable. They're
okay,
like, yeah,
okay.
the B1s aren't really that competent, but like B2s, commando droids.
Commando droids are very.
Commando droids are awesome. Like seriously,
Mhm.
those
Okay,
guys
like
slap.
I just have to like this is pissing me off too much. Showing that fucking clip in Halo is ridiculous. There's so many other more
Oh God, that's the dumbest part of this video so far.
like
Yeah.
it that this is so this guy has no idea how war works. He is one of those people that literally thinks that if you've got a clear shot, you will hit like no matter what, and you will be like aimbot.
This is like the definition of an armchair critic.
Yeah, no wonder he got the idea from Archam Historian.
Fucking
Holy
show Halo
crap.
3 for Christ's
Could
sake.
you
How many
remind me
other
what
games
a
are
chair
there?
critic is, please?
Basically, it means like you pretend to know a lot about like criticizing
Oh.
something, and so you do it when there's actually people who know way more about it and are professional. I still think professional critics are stupid, but like
So fucking blips.
yeah.
Fucking
Okay.
sniper killing him in Halo 3 is so
All
aimbot
the
bullshit.
advancement AI goes through their personalities? Huh?
Yeah, droids in Star Wars have good programming. Or so they have watch the wow. C3PO is
They ha-
GD when that would be bad
C-3PO
towards
and
oh
R2
my
exist
god.
in the OT.
Oh my god.
I mean, do
Do
you
you
really
not know
think they're that stupid?
I mean the B1s, yeah, I wouldn't say they're stupid. I wouldn't say they're that smart either though.
They're quickly trickable. You can trick them
Yeah,
easily, but you
I
don't want
would
to
say
fight
that.
them.
They're basic
but
programming.
they do their job.
Yeah, you
They're
can't
like
just
the basic form of advanced AI. The
like if
most
like
basic form.
like if I was a soldier in Star Wars, I wouldn't necessarily be afraid to fight like a few of them. Like
Thomas
I-
Lilly puts it right. B1s fulfill their role as light infantry.
definitely they do. But
Yeah,
I mean, but just like if I was a soldier in Star Wars, I wouldn't be afraid to fight like even if it's like 5 of them, because I'd figure I would be able to shoot them faster. But if there were like 30 of them in a patrol, I would not try and mess with them. Like
I would say I'd be afraid of 10 of them.
yeah, you would be afraid of 10?
I would say 10, yeah.
Yeah, 10. I would be
Yeah.
afraid of 10. Like 5 would be like the max that I would be like I can take them.
Why
seriously.
Oh
what?
no. What? What? Oh no, the droids can't hit their targets perfectly. That must mean that the droids suck. God.
Fucking Christ.
This is like the
Again, this is
definition of
again.
cherry picking.
Again, this is one of those guys who thinks if you got a clear shot, you will just hit every time.
Why are they overly social, yet they are programmed to kill? They are jokes.
They're not jokes. They have person.
yeah.
Fucking Christ, they've got person. You want to know why they've got personalities? Because whoever the hell programmed them, like, gave them more than just like shoot, kill, exterminate.
I would say that they developed personalities due to their dynamic programming.
Yeah, they're advanced AI. They're just not very advanced.
Okay,
AI.
so guys, why do you think the Terminator in the movie The Terminator is able to communicate with human beings?
Because Terminator's bad, obviously.
His AI evolves over time. The
What?
battle droid's AI clearly evolved over time too.
The-
He adapts. They adapted to being around human or sentient beings
the-
with actual.
I'm not talking about. I'm not talking about Terminator 2 or something like that. Like what? Like the reason why
Even in the original, he learned how to like better mask himself as a human and communicate with the humans better.
Oh, definitely. But anyway, the reason why he's able to communicate with humans at all is because Skynet knew that he would have to be able to blend in at least a little bit, so that he wouldn't instantly be found out. Like if he didn't talk, that would make him way more suspicious. Like I know it sounds weird, but like if I mean, just that scene in the gun shop, like when he's like the Uzi 9mm, like like
all of
that.
your guns and your clothes.
That stuff is crucial to him completing his mission, even if it doesn't seem that way.
I don't, even if he didn't, like, how do you expect droids to occupy a city, like, once they've, like, Onderon Season 5, when they're, like, ordering the citizens around, like, how do you expect them to do that if they don't have dynamic programming that allows them to communicate with humans?
Yeah, exactly. If they're literally just beep, boop, kill people. Yes, sir. We will now kill creature.
They're like
kill.
Decepticons, kind of.
I
You citizen.
thought this would be like some sort of challenge for once, but this is like like chopping up to be like one of the worst videos we've ever covered.
Citizen,
Okay,
you
all right.
orders are to tell you to fuck yourself. You're not allowed to
Okay,
leave this
you're
area.
not- All right, Joey. You know that Decepticons are robots with personalities, right?
It's a robot with brains.
Yeah, they're robots with human personalities.
Well, I mean, just having a personality is important because else you'll be way less effective. Case in point, watch some of these.
Miku has a hot take here.
Right,
B1s are the best comedy relief in all of Star Wars.
Jar Jar's funnier, but I get where you're coming from. I really like them.
R2 and C3PO are my favorite.
Like I'm gonna be honest with you, when they say Roger, Roger, that is something that made me giggle endlessly as a kid. I would always be like Roger, Roger. Like I love that. Like I just love that.
Literally jokes.
The super tank is impervious to water.
Yeah, tactical droid is saying tactically, so him blowing up doesn't mean anything to him. That's very clear. Come on.
Fuck would he even care?
Also, this terrible voice audio mixing. It sounds awful.
Yeah,
it sounds like he ripped it.
He couldn't pick one place seriously.
Okay, so the bad AI system just asked his buddy if he was still there. So if I sneaked behind him and like let's pretend I can let's pretend I can do this, okay? Just for the sake of the argument. So I like droid neck break him and like take his gun, and then that AI goes like, "Are you still there?" And he like turns around and sees me with like the let's pretend the like droid like fuel on me as though it's blood, you know, and then he's like, "You are, you know, like I didn't do anything."
Lupus.
You know what I realized?
Blood Monster. There's a guy in the chat. The infamous is in the chat.
Oh my God.
Let him show his comment. It's pretty funny.
Wait.
What comment?
Wait. Let me check.
I fucking love the Clone Wars. It fixes
I
all of the issues
And
with
I
Star
just
Wars.
realized something. This guy wants the battle droids to be like the Cybermen from Doctor Who. No personality, just go, we will kill you, join us or die, pew pew. That's literally all the Cybermen are. He wants them to be like the Cybermen.
Oh my god! Seriously, when
Am I the only person who's seen Doctor Who?
Yeah,
just
I
to-
know Doctor Who.
just to get I mean, there's so many fucking hell. I mean, there's bad AI, bad AI.
Oh my god, Stein. Jake Skywalker is the best comedic relief in all of Star Wars.
What the?
Stein has also seen Doctor Who, Joey.
I'm right to you. Where is Lord Toggle taking us?
Oh God, Lord, the audio.
OM5.
I guess the show is just so
Hey,
bad. He couldn't put
he
the
just-
effort into getting the audio.
He just
Yeah.
realized his friend was gone, and now he's gonna search, unless he gets killed after that too. So good AI.
Yes, sir. Right away, sir. Don't leave me.
Oh, that's kind of depressing.
Well, that happens because that guy was literally just keep going. I don't care. So that's why they keep going. They're expendable droids, even if the AI is good. So you're retarded.
But like, that guy's supposed to be intelligent.
Yeah, well, he tried to attack him with his right arm, but he realized his right arm isn't there. So what is he supposed to do about that?
He tried to detonate. We tried to press the button that would basically shock Eth Koth to death.
Yeah. So if you, oh my god.
Sir, we need to get our power recharged.
Not this again! How could your power cells be so depleted?
You would not let us ride on one of those creatures with you, sir. You would allow us to close down for a few moments.
This seems counterproductive, and at least
They run out of power because they're power fueled up! If I run out of blood, I stop working too!
Jesus.
the prequels
Yeah,
weren't this extreme.
Oh no. Your
Oh no,
Yeah.
it's bad. Your droids can't have personality.
Alright.
The fucking droid just figured out he's lying and he's not
Alright.
supposed to be there.
Alright, that droid from Phantom Menace is a different model than the ones in Clone Wars.
Mm-hmm.
The
Yeah,
Phantom
the
Menace is...
Modian ones, the Clone Wars ones are the Geonosian ones.
They're not as advanced, so they're obviously not going to have as much of a personality as the ones in the Clone Wars.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
For Christ's sake. What, do you think they're useless or something because Jedi are killing them?
Yeah, probably.
So,
It's one thing when the soldiers are attempting to execute these tactics, however, it's blatant that the people in charge are depicted even worse. Anakin should not be a successful general. This guy
what?
wings it all the time, yet he
So
Okay.
him being quick thinking and an improviser means that he's a bad general.
Alright,
Jesus Christ.
I mean,
let
it's
us-
not amazing,
Screw
but it
you.
still works.
Okay,
This is so fucked. This is just
I thought
Cosmonaut.
I was about
This
to
is
say
just-
something like, "Oh, Anakin's character is inconsistent." I was like, "Oh, I was about to agree with you," but no, you have to go this angle.
This is just Cosmonauts. Star Wars should be simple all over again.
Mhm.
Fucking hell.
But at least Cosmonaut likes TCW. Unlike this.
Yeah, at least Cosmonaut has some respect for George Lucas. This is just
No, he has
And,
no
like-
respect for George Lucas.
I mean, he knows that he created. Like he says, "Oh, even the prequels had a plan." Come on, sequels. At least George knew what he was doing.
He literally has no respect for him.
Like, yeah, this guy's just an asshole. Just
Yeah, he's
being
an asshole. Like he's
Like,
stupid. He doesn't know what he's talking about.
He's being and his editing is worse than Cosmonaut. So you know.
It makes me his editing is as good as Cosmonauts takes. That I'm going to watch the Clone Wars just because of this loser now. And this he made me. I didn't know the context of the scenes that he shows, and I know he's wrong. Like that. That's making me just love the shit out of the show. I'm going to watch that.
Yeah.
Comes up with little to no penalty.
I trust you formulated a brilliant plan to rescue the senator.
Okay, but like all of his like most of his improvisations make sense. Problem.
As a matter of fact, I have. But do we have a plan B? Every operation needs a backup.
Gotta love this guy with his showing that video title.
I don't have a backup yet, but I do have a plan for getting on that ship. Really?
And audio.
The enemy sensors are obviously damaged, so we'll sneak in behind them and dock at the emergency airlock.
Okay, so he has a brain, therefore he's overpowered. Okay, cool story.
Just fly there, land, hope they don't spot us, and walk in the door.
Obi-Wan has always been a bit apprehensive towards Anakin's plans. This is perfectly consistent with the prequels.
The plan is pretty decent considering the ship's half.
The ship's
blown up.
Like most of the droids are focused on repairing the ship and like reducing the damage. They wouldn't be expecting like 2 Jedi to just board their ship, and not like it would make any difference anyway.
Especially since they already took a prisoner too.
Oh, okay. We should.
It's just like the Dunning-Kruger effect, where you think you know everything about the show because you don't have no knowledge of it at all.
Yep.
Captain Rex, please respond. They should have checked in from the Rishi station hours ago. It appears your captain follows orders as well as you do. Perhaps Cody is boring Rex with standard procedures and protocol.
That was just a witty response.
How is it a relevant clip at all?
That's like a prequel. That's like a prequel style, like Star Wars prequel style, witty response from Anakin.
That is like if I said. That is like if I said, "Oh yeah, Rey is overpowered," and then I showed the clip of her making dinner. Come on.
Oh god! Oh my god!
Alright, I gotta go.
No, traitor.
All right.
I'm gonna go like help my dad with shit.
Okay, cool story.
He's like
Okay.
he's like digging some like a backwash for the pool out.
I get it. He's digging the corpses back up. You got to place somewhere else. I understand.
All right. See.
Alright.
Nice to
All right. Okay. I'm sorry, Joey. Could you like re-explain that? Because I feel like I made it dark for no reason.
We have a pool and we have a backwash for the pool, but it's not permanent. Now my dad is digging out a ditch to put a permanent backwash in the pool. Now I'm gonna go.
Oh, you're gonna have a nice pool. Oh, that's great. You should have done that during summer though. That would have been better. Anyways, fun to have you on.
The pool
Joey.
is working. We're just putting in the backwash. Anyway,
see you later. Bye.
See ya. Okay.
I almost disconnected myself.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, like,
it was really nice for Joey to be here.
Yeah, he helped us make some good points.
All right.
So do I, Admiral.
Not very militaristic. I know it's.
I hate you so much. I hate you so much.
Oh god! Did he show the thumbnails of that? I don't forget which
it's
channel.
a part of his character, but him leading troops should be disastrous.
Why?
No. Why?
You have not explained why.
Why?
Generals improvise all the time. Quick thinking is very much an important thing to have as a commander.
The whole thing with Anakin in Episode 2 is that he's not wrong. He is skilled. He is really good, and his force power is already greater than that of Obi-Wan. It's his arrogance and his like quest to like use his power that like turns into the dark side. He's not actually an incompetent, retarded teenager that doesn't know anything about anything.
The thing
Did
is,
you
this
not
guy
think-
thinks that like Clone Wars 03 is really good, like better than the prequels in this show, and it's like you remember how Anakin was like in that show? He just came up with plans on a whim all the time. You know, he went after Ventress. He
Yeah,
made
but he
that.
was like really cool. He was like really
He-
cool when he did it. He was cool because it's cool,
Okay.
and that's all that matters with Star Wars.
Anakin
cool.
had this strategy where getting a homing missile to track his crew's ship so they can skid it on the bridge and destroy General Trench's ship.
That's not that is not at all. That is something I would do.
This should not work.
Why not?
It does because...
You know what's bullshit?
Your
Oh,
face
hey.
is bullshit.
Oh hey, he was the bullshit man. Nice.
Oh Jesus Christ! Okay, so listen, when you have an object like a rocket following you, one of the best ways to like evade it, and I'm sure any like helicopter, any like any guy who flies one of those like super fast flying things in the sky.
So
I
am going to
Jet-
be.
yeah, jet.
I'm going. Yeah.
And anyone who use one of those jets, I'm sure they'll tell you that like a good way to get rid of it, like it's probably it's. I assume that in real life, it's probably like a way more riskier tactic. But I'm sure they tell you that if like a homing missile is like following you, you could lose it if you like get close to some mountain and like to the point where it like flies into the mountain. But I mean, just from a practical standpoint, if you do that in space, like, and you lead to like, I assume the shields were not on that ship anymore.
Well, no, essentially, like, I'm going to go into the alternate universe where Doctor Delicious makes an argument. Essentially, like the the missiles that Trench uses for his ship are like extremely advanced compared to any other weaponry that the Separatist has because he's like this ultimate strategist, and he has like these incredibly advanced thermal shields that require a lot of power to use, and so if he wants to fire advanced weaponry, he has to lower his shields because that like he is because the ship is experimental, and so he has to lower his shields to fire the missiles, and so Anakin uses that to his advantage and blows up the bridge.
Okay. Let's continue.
Is a moron.
Jesus.
However, Obi-Wan is surprisingly the king of idiots. Just
Obi-Wan, the king of idiots.
Is it
my
because he jumps
God.
down and says hello there to Grievous that makes him stupid?
watch what the ginger does.
Did he install gingers?
Fuck you. Gingers are a rare specimen. There's less gingers in the world than there's minorities.
Yeah, and they keep getting blackwashed.
Control my ship. Congratulations. However, if you're watching this message, that means I'm boarding an escape pod, which will soon be safely away from the ship, which is about to self-destruct.
So I always thought this was
Yes.
stupid as a kid. I always thought that this was retarded. But again, they don't want to kill Grievous. They want to capture him. That is capturing Grievous at a later date is infinitely smarter than destroying him right now.
Well, even as someone who doesn't know the context of the scene, Airborne, like this sounds like something you would tell someone who's about to die.
All right. Yeah. Okay.
Just like, oh well, you've beaten me, but you know, like there's a bomb over there that's like ticking like 5 seconds. It's gonna blow up the whole building. So have fun with that. Oh shit!
Yeah,
yeah.
so like
Yeah.
yeah, like either way, Grievous dies, not ideal, but it works. Grievous gets away, capture him at a later date. This is actually really smart.
Yeah, but this doesn't strike me as like a really shitty like action movie where the main bad guy has like a bomb in his head and he's like, I'm gonna blow it up, and in like 2 minutes the whole building's gonna blow up. Fuck you. And like,
Alright.
you know what I mean? Like this
Alright.
sounds like in 5 seconds the ship's gonna blow up. Have fun with that.
All right. Which episode is it from? That when
Season 5, episode 8, I think.
seriously much weight.
Dear God.
Yeah, it looks like it's from.
However, if you're watching this message, that means I'm boarding an escape pod, which will soon be safely away from the ship, which is about to self-destruct. General Grievous, you have defeated me.
Yeah, so this is smart. He got away. He got away.
Yeah, what if General Grievous?
He got away. He got away. He got
Yeah.
he got away with his men, and everybody who's not Grievous is not gonna die here. Oh look, he's fucking running. Oh man, it's almost like Grievous just got back, just barely got away.
He could have ended the war, yet he trolled? I will explain quickly. So Grievous was a MacGuffin.
Killing
Wait.
Grievous would have totally ended the war. That would have made that all those thousands of droids are like not there anymore. You're right.
Yeah, you see, this made more sense at the end of Revenge of the or the middle of Revenge of the Sith because the war was coming to an end. You capture Grievous, the war is over. You capture Grievous now, the war is not over. You know why? Because there's still like a year and I don't know, 3 or 4 months before, no, a year and a half before Revenge of the Sith happens.
And there's shit on the.
They're like halfway to the war at this point.
Yeah, there's also many separatist generals, and Count Dooku is still alive.
Yeah.
Without Count Dooku, the separatists are pretty much fucked.
Maybe the reason the show was made is to show the Republic's increasing victories as the war goes on.
I mean,
That's why they win a lot because they have to win the war, almost as if the Republic wins the war.
Yeah.
Oh wait, no, I'm sorry. You must have not watched the prequels or something. I don't know.
In Revenge of the Sith.
No, he was.
He's not a MacGuffin. He's literally like
his death forces him for Palpatine to give him his emergency powers. That is his purpose. People like to say that he's pointless, but they just say that because they think he's made to sell toys.
The Republic kills him, they win the war. And don't tell me.
No, Republic kills them. Palpatine has to give him his emergency powers to stoke the conflict between him and Mace Windu and Anakin.
Yeah, they're gonna. If Grievous gets killed earlier and Count Dooku they could. Yeah, whatever.
Go ahead, talk.
Yeah, if General Grievous gets killed earlier and then Count Dooku, I don't know, then Palpatine could easily just pull the Order 66 already and just took over, but it wouldn't work. Really, because still Count Dooku still lives.
Dear God.
Alright.
Adam is just having this retarded comment war in our main chat here.
Alright, just ignore him for the moment.
What the fuck?
It's a character because he wouldn't do this to jeopardize a mission. In episode 3, he gave away his position purposely, and the droids could have just shot him right there.
No, they couldn't.
Alright, he's using that.
Oh my fucking God. I remember Mahler saying that it's retarded too. It's like, why do you think he's jumping down? Why the hell would anyone do that? If he doesn't have I mean, we know that he's got an army of clones to back him up right after this. So, I mean, fucking Grievous is an arrogant twat. He wouldn't pass up an opportunity like this. This is so. Fuck you! Just fuck you! You don't know how to make a movie. You don't know what a good movie is. Seriously, these people, they don't know what good movies are. They don't know. Yeah, and then but you're making it sound like there would be no clones to help him, and he wouldn't jump out of the way.
Well, the clones would appear later, seeing their general dead.
or like his like dinosaur thing would come down and protect him.
Yeah, even if the droids did open fire, he had options for escaping.
You
I mean,
could use
isn't it-
force speed.
But he knew Grievous was cocky,
Exactly.
stupid cocky,
No,
really
he's not
stupid cocky.
No, he's just
No.
cocky.
Fuck you.
He got the job done.
It's just cocky.
Don't you ever insult Grievous again.
He
just
he
cocky.
only killed Grievous because he didn't have a choice. If he didn't shoot Grievous there, he would be dead.
Yeah, the Grievous is literally like about to like sink his sharp feet into Obi-Wan's head, wiggle him, wiggle him.
He's about to beat him over the head with his like staff, which would cause him to fall like 1,000 feet and die.
Okay, that's true, but my version is better. Like
But
literally,
here,
just
though,
he sinks like the thing into his face, wiggles him around like he's a fish, and then just like I don't know, like just throws him out.
Like in the 2003 series.
Yeah, like that one guy. He grabs and then slams into a wall. Like he's about to do that with fucking Kenobi.
Well, why does he do that with Aayla Secura there?
Because she's beautiful.
Okay, yeah.
All right, let's not
and
talk
tells
about.
Reese his plan, which gave him ample amount of time to
ample amount of time. Literally charges into the ship, gets the fuck out of there. Then, like a good 20 seconds later, boom.
Yeah, not even 20 seconds. Good 2 seconds.
Obi-Wan is such an idiot. He should have been.
What do you mean, such an idiot?
Also,
He's the master of
he
trolling.
uses one goddamn example. One. Even if this was completely valid, and I don't think it is.
No.
Just one example from 133 episodes or 122 at the time of a show.
Airborne. He's confusing. Like this guy's so dense. He doesn't know the difference between like a bad action movie where the bad guy's like, "I'm gonna kill you and blow up the building in like 2 minutes." He confuses that with like a good movie where it's like in 10 seconds the whole thing will blow up and you die. Bye.
Promoted the Padawan.
Like he doesn't understand the difference between that. Like he like I want you guys to understand this. He unironically doesn't get the difference between like some guy be like, in 2 minutes everything will blow up, and a guy being like, in 5 seconds you die. Bye. Like that's fuck this guy, faggot.
Padawan's bitch.
He was my master.
What's even
Oh, what the fuck?
What the fuck? Oh my. What?
ample amount of time to
Okay.
Obi-Wan is such an idiot. He should have been depromoted to Padawan. Actually, to Padawan's bitch.
He was my master.
What's even
Oh god!
Oh my, no!
What the fuck?
Ugh.
Oh.
Dot editing. Dot editing.
What's wrong
That's the
with
worst
you?
editing I've seen in my
Overjoyed
life.
is the fact that the militaristic acting generals are failures. There's General Frogger who tries to be strict with his droids, but constantly gets roasted by them.
How is your training going to lead us out of this void?
No one likes this art go.
No. Oh,
General
come on.
Gaston is like a very specialized type of general. He's not an example of like is it like a good representation.
Is he
Of the
is he like
Admiral.
is Airborne? Is he like an admiral that does like a ground battle?
No,
No.
he's just
No, not at
someone
all.
he just needs a specialized unit of astromechs. That's
No,
about it.
No, I mean like when he what I'm saying is that when he like orders like random droids around, is that him like not doing what he normally does?
What do you mean? No, I don't think
Is he the general that's in charge of minor shit, and when you put him in charge
Yeah.
of a war, he's terrible?
I would say the pit droid or like the pilot calls him a glorified map reader.
Well, this is like a point from like the Halo books, is that the vice admiral of the UNSC, I think his name was like Bomb, something like that. And and one of the points they make in that is that in that book is that he directs some of the ground battles in Reach, but he's absolutely terrible because he's only good with like space battles. So he literally sends like a lieutenant and a whole company of soldiers into some mountain area, and then he bombs them to death. Like he doesn't get it's like I was wondering if it's that kind of thing, and I guess it is vaguely, but he's not an admiral, so I guess that's that.
Yeah, all right. Okay,
Yeah, I'm gonna go and get some food. You guys continue tearing this horrible video apart.
Absolutely.
Okay.
As an officer tells me to use all available resources to stay alive until help comes.
So, your officer training, how exactly did you learn that?
It was drilled into me by my superiors.
Then you were programmed, just like us.
Oh, sweet
like that.
irony.
I like that line. It's a good
Yeah.
line.
Even the bad arts have some good moments.
Yeah.
I don't know, maybe because it has the CIS emblem, you dumbass?
Okay, that is pretty stupid.
I mean, it could just be like a design choice, honestly. Like, it doesn't look that overtly separatist.
Yeah, it's
Even then, like, how much of that a plot? How much of the plot does that affect? Oh, none at all. Absolutely none. I guess it's kind of silly, but like, this is beyond nitpicking.
Anyway, this guy just sucks. There's Mr. Warners, who was portrayed as pragmatic, but loses in his first battle to Anakin's.
His first battle on screen, it's implied that he's like won many other battles before. By the way, he's lost battles before. That's like the whole that's the whole thing with Admiral Yularen. He's got like a history where like these like Jedi commanders came in, and they annihilated his fleet. So it's not like he's not been established as a character who just like can't lose.
In practical strategy, the poster child of the general that should be.
Okay. Why the fuck Adam is here? Is this the real Adam?
Yeah, it is. You want to talk about Clone Wars with us? If not, just please leave. We know you're just trolling with us.
Oh, yes, Christ. What the fuck is he?
His mic is broken or something. Listen, Adam, not now.
Please. Thank you.
Great, but isn't is General Grievous. The elephant in the room
What?
is why does everyone in this universe view him as dangerous and important, even though he rarely wins any of his battles on screen? It's because no one has a brain. This
Are you fucking with me?
series had the chance to show why he was important, but they just showed how unaccomplished he was.
Hello, 2003 series.
Ava, just ignoring that, the Republic is supposed to win the war, so it makes sense why he's not getting victory after victory.
This guy shouldn't be a general based solely on his lack of achievements. It makes no sense why he was MacGuffin in the movie when he sucked so much. Here are his 4 victories against the Republic. He destroys a Republic fleet with the Malevolence, but then loses it in the next episode.
He actually destroys multiple Republic fleets with the Malevolent.
No, he loses it in the
two episodes later, actually.
Yeah, not the next one.
He evades a cruiser, captures a Jedi, and then loses it.
A member of the Jedi Council.
That same Jedi in the same episode. His fleet.
But he got information out of him. That's pretty great.
Destroys a cruiser and captures a Jedi. However, though, in that same episode again, he loses the Jedi and his fleet. Lastly, his much bigger fleet destroys a Republic fleet. However, he lost most of his ships and Obi-Wan could have ended the war.
He didn't lose most of his ships. What do you want?
Yeah, for me, I never understand what the hell. Okay.
These
the legends
aren't so victorious. Based on the movie and show, why hasn't the cis males replaced them already?
The cis males?
The CIS.
Oh yes, he uses that one.
He's probably the most overrated character in Star Wars. But
I get Boba Fett.
No, Boba Fett. Boba Fett takes the cake of overrated characters.
and anybody in the sequel trilogy.
Plinkett turned like almost full demonic when he covered that in his video. Like he was like, and more people on the ship are called General Bad Guy, the General Evil, and whatever. And I was like, General Grievous is not such a bad name. Over exaggerating to high hell.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, like, dude, like, if I look at that scene where like Grievous escapes the ship blowing up, I'm gonna be honest with you, that was an excellent attempt at his life.
Yeah.
And the idea is like telling him like the ship's gonna self-destruct. It's like, hey, he might escape, but again, like that's like a better option. But if he doesn't, that's also not bad.
Yeah. If General Grievous didn't found that message, or he found that message a little bit later, he would have been dead.
Military leaders of the show, they usually lose, and they're most likely a bad guy. You can tell where the show stands.
Yeah, well, it's a war.
Should I really be surprised?
Where the show's at. The Republic wins the war. They have to win the. If the show was about the Separatists absolutely routing the Republic every single time, the show would make no. Even if it was like half the time, it would still make no sense.
Airborne. We know that this is one of those fuckfaces who want every fucking thing, to be a goddamn hero's journey and not like an awesome even battle. Let me just tell you guys this: we are deprived of franchises and like series that are about an even battle, like a hardcore giant fight that's like an even battle. We never get to see that. Not in Halo, not in Star Wars. Well, actually, yes, in Star Wars we get to see that.
In Halo, we definitely see that.
No. In Halo, we see like the end. Like what if we saw that in Halo, we would get to play a game that takes place during Contact Harvest or something. Like what I'm talking about is like a 50-50 kind of situation where both sides are like, or it's this massive battle. Like we never get that. Like usually, it's like one side is winning, or it's like both sides are almost defeated, but one is slightly more powerful. You often have that in like these, hero movies. I mean, like Call to the Hero's Journey movies, where like some overpowering force is to be defeated. But like it's honestly like a lot more compelling to me, at least, when it's like more of a, they are there and we are here kind of thing. Like that's what makes stuff like the Clone Wars so interesting. So many different planets, so many different fights, so many different situations. It's awesome.
This is the same show that thinks that using an animal as a military weapon is smart.
An animal that is impenetrable to all damage.
Oh god, he's gonna pull that SJW nonsense, right?
An animal that is literally a lightsaber cannot go through.
Yeah, it's Godzilla.
An animal that can't be killed by like tanks and everything. What is this? An animal that is like the most just indestructible force ever.
You want me to clone the beast?
While having a.
It's a shame that we never got to see the Zilla Beast plot get its conclusion. I'm disappointed.
Yeah, not even Legends, not even canon continues that nonsense.
14-year-old girl be a leader in the military.
All right, boys, let's clear.
Oh
Remember when she fails?
Yeah,
remember when she screws up?
Oh my god.
Oh god.
I agree with Kenobi and Rivia. The fact that she like uses the Mark Sable strategy is really retarded, but like, come on.
So the reason, I'm going to address this stuff from Mahler's critique of Jurassic World. So he's wrong about one thing, and that is how many shots it can take. Like that Blue getting down from one pistol shot, that's just it being a terrible movie. That would never happen. That said, all the other things apply. Dinosaurs eat food. They're weak to like tanks and like shrapnel and like shit like that. There's a lot of ways to take them down. like if you unleash like 50 dinosaurs on a dude and a bunch of guys, that's gonna cause problems, but it's just not as effective as a tank. So yeah, he's right. Ultimately, they would be shit in a war. However, if the dinosaurs were bulletproof and explosion proof and basically just this Godzilla monster that takes an endless amount of damage from everything, before going down finally after you sink like everything you have into it. Actually, is the Xylo Beast killable?
Well, only
They
by
do kill it, but like they have to dump like tons and tons of poison gas onto it.
Yeah, just like literally just like they wait. It's so indestructible. They had to kill it with poison gas.
Yeah, and like it was like gallons upon gallons.
Yeah, see, like that's what I'm talking about.
And like the Jedi like controlling it with the Force, that was badass.
If you have if you have a monster that's that indestructible, and the only way to kill him is by literally making it impossible for it to breathe and live, by throwing toxic waste at it, gas, whatever.
Okay.
Then you got something that then you got something that might be useful if you want to just totally destroy the enemy.
All right, let's continue.
He's talking about it like.
Are we going to continue?
okay.
Replica.
Okay.
No, seriously. He's talking about it like the Republic is using like a bunch of dogs.
Okay.
Like this is not just any animal. This is like the biggest animal ever. This is retarded. You're retarded.
Sorry.
Okay.
I meant boy.
Oh, what the? Wait, let me see this shit again.
Having a 14-year-old girl be a leader in the military.
Wait.
All right, boys, let's clear a path.
Right away, sir.
Oh, sorry.
Oh shit! Oh no, it's Rule 63. Oh.
I meant boy.
Get my back.
It's hard.
Politics? Oh
Politics.
no. Oh no.
Oh no.
Oh no. Oh no. Why would you ever have this? You know, both of you. We all know damn well that what it should have been was plot. But because this is the Star Wars, because this is like prequel type stuff, it's got to be politics. Let me tell you something, you fuckface. Politics are not inherently bad in a movie. If you do say so, you will create shit movies that make no fucking sense. Including something like Lord of the Rings would also make no fucking sense. You need politics. They're part of the world.
Disagree.
Accept it or fuck off.
Politics are absurd. Padme was portrayed as a qualified politician. However, she did not want more troops, 5 million more clone troopers to be exact, during a military conflict on a galactic scale. The Clone Wars.
She wants conflict reduction.
Wow.
She wants the conflict to get less.
I want to hear his entire argument because, like, I'm sure he's not this stupid.
Was a civil war where both sides had the biggest armies in galactic history.
Okay, so he's stupid. All right, so okay, I'm going to explain something that's this might be completely it's like this might go over your head. It's very complex character change from Attack of the Clones to the Clone Wars, but in Attack of the Clones, she didn't want the clone army to be made, and now she wants the conflict to be reduced with the clone army. Is that so insane? You can't follow that.
Yeah, she couldn't stop the war, but at least she can reduce the damage.
Remember when she wanted to have peace negotiations because she has a friend with the Separatists? She knows they're not all bad and they want to make progress in Separatist Parliament? Remember that episode, or is that too boring for you because it's all politics?
Yeah.
When it passed, it increased the clone army to 8 million. Without that bill, the Republic.
No, that's wrong. Stupid.
Okay. All right.
No, that's not true. That's not true.
All right. Okay. If every time I hear they get 1 million clone units, it's not a single clone trooper, but it's a platoon or even a company. If a union means
A
if
battalion.
Okay, if a unit just means one clone trooper, then separatists would already have won the war.
It's so-
It's a
Oh, yeah.
battalion.
Yeah. Okay, let's continue.
The Republic would have lost the war to the Trade Federation, which had estimated between 100 million to a quintillion of droids.
Yeah, the Lord Master is being stupid. You know how many troopers the Soviet army had during World War II?
God
5
knows.
million. It had 5 to 11 million troopers.
Mm-hmm.
Most of them didn't even
It
have
is
guns.
it is absolutely insane that you would think that 8 million is a reasonable estimate for the clone army.
Wow. Oh my god,
Yeah.
you're right.
Okay.
But again, like, yeah, Padme wants to reduce the conflict between the Separatists and the Republic because she knows that the Separatists aren't inherently bad people.
Sure, Padme brought up that they will go into debt, but the United States went into debt after the American Revolution and the Civil War. If you look at
Both
World War
both of those were bad. Actually, the first one wasn't, but
The economy was not great during the Civil War. It was
wars
not
are
good.
good.
II, it was the most
The
costly.
result of a war might be good, but what is this argument? She's like, oh, we will go into debt because we have been fighting for too long. Oh yeah, well, you know, that's like what? Oh, America got into debt when it had a war, so therefore it's fine, right? No, it's not fine because America isn't even America anymore. In like the 1933s or whatever, they like got this. They got like bought out, and then America became like a corporation in quotations. But because the Federal Reserve took everything over. Like I don't know if you realize this, but one of the things that is like one of the big reasons why America's fucked nowadays is because they're in so much fucking debt.
Yeah, we're in a lot of debt right now. It's a problem for the economy. The
Yeah.
Republic going into debt would be bad.
Yeah, it will be America, but shit ton worse. Because
war in United States history at $4
Oh,
trillion
God!
accumulated.
Jesus Christ.
World War II did not put America into debt. That's it actually improved the economy. The Separatist Civil War, I believe, or the Clone Wars, was not good for the economy, except for war profiteers like Hondo.
Padme brought up that they will go into debt, but the United States went into debt after the American Revolution and the Civil War.
And now they are now they are like the biggest like welfare, like just fucking hell. The Federal Reserve is literally printing money to keep America going with this Corona
World War
nonsense.
II, it was the most costly war in United States history at $4 trillion.
Yeah, they should have never gone there.
Accumulated, of course. I bring up World War II because FDR and Truman were a successful liberal administration, and cutting the military leans to the left side of politics.
how?
I mean,
What?
it's smart though. Like, yeah.
It doesn't.
So
Oh my God, what is wrong with you?
what?
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 How? Okay, so
Is
first
he
off,
trying
how's this
to insinuate that like Padme is a liberal? I don't know.
You know what the funny thing about this is that like he's bringing this up, but okay, let's talk about the newer wars. You know, the ones like the whole thing with the like missiles of mass destruction, and then it turns out there was nothing. Like that was a pretty costly war that got America to more debt. Oh, I just almost like this makes a lot of sense. You know, if you like have a destructive conflict that reaps like almost no benefit because it's like an inner conflict. That creates a lot of, you know, problems. I mean, to be fair, that wasn't an inner conflict, but it was still America just going out when they really wouldn't have to. I mean, to be honest, that's not really relevant to this, but it's more like, oh yeah, war has cost. Like, oh my god.
However, running it down an inevitable war is risky to say the least.
Okay, all right. World War. Okay, the very blatant false equivalency is that The separatists had a parliament which was against the war for quite a bit. Like, a lot of them hated the war. They wanted it to end. Nazi Germany? Nah. They weren't about that.
They were.
The Japan? No, not really. The citizens were.
No, they are. Hugo has literally like got into a plane to England to like offer peace, and they put him in jail for his whole life.
So, yes,
Who?
but the
Wait.
leadership.
Hugo Hess, the right hand man of Hitler.
Jesus Christ.
But how much power? But how much power did he have in political negotiation?
He was sent there to offer peace to England, and he was jailed. Like a lot of people don't know this, but Hitler wasn't exactly fond of like getting into a war with the whole world.
Yeah.
Like, nobody in Germany wanted that, which is one of the reasons why Goebbels said that it has to be a total war if there is a war, because a total war is over the quickest, which means there will be the least, the suffering won't be as long that way. He said.
All right. Hitler. Then why Hitler invaded Poland?
He didn't. Poland invaded Germany.
Wait, what?
When?
They did.
When?
Like people like they, of course, nowadays.
And also, what about when they betrayed Russia? What about they invaded France and then they were planning to?
Well, Russia was going to invade Europe, and Poland was goaded by England and France to attack Germany, so that an excuse to declare war on Germany. But they thought Germany was weak, which they weren't, and then they wrecked France and England, and then America had to step in, and that's how World War II happened.
I have to ask, what the hell is your source for that?
All right.
Yes.
Okay. That's pretty interesting. Okay, let's continue.
That's a rather bold claim to make.
It's not a bold claim; it's just facts, and more importantly,
what is your source for that? I have to ask.
I'll show you them later. This is not relevant right now.
Yeah,
the important thing is that, like, just like the Germans, the separatists also didn't want to have an endless war that just went on forever.
All right, let's continue. Let's continue.
I will agree that peace is good and war sucks, but sometimes you just can't avoid war. Additionally, they demonize the other.
May is aware of this. She just doesn't want the war to go on for as long as a lot of people want to. There are people in the Senate that do want to prolong the war because, again, what is it they say in the Separatist Parliament? Unlike the Republic, corporations do not rule us. There are corporations that have stakes in the Senate that if the war ends, they make less money.
Yep.
Yeah,
that is what the episode Heroes on Both Sides depicts. You have to be insane or just deluded to not understand this.
Side for supporting military spending.
What a novel idea.
She's a Kaminoan, so that means she's a stake in the Republic Army. If the Republic Army gets created, she gets paid more money. If she gets paid more money, that's good for her. If the war goes on, she gets more money.
All
this
right.
happens in our world too.
Okay.
That's basically why, like, most of the recent wars in the Middle East have happened.
Yes, thank you.
Yeah.
Amidala's actually making sense for once in her life.
The show makes them sinister douchebags. Maybe back in 2008 or 9, this would be considered profound.
What the fuck is
trying to be profound?
Trying to be profound.
Politicians are assholes towards each other. Don't you know this? Oh no, they act a little bit evil in Star Wars. How could this happen?
Oh my god!
No.
They try to make their politics relate to the current time. This series
why are you so retarded?
was launched in 2008, and they try to do a parallel to the war in Iraq. But the U.S. involved.
Why are you so retarded? Oh my god, why are you so retarded?
This
is
what happens
than the Republic's involvement because the Republic are fighting separatists, not terrorists. The Iraq War was not inevitable, versus the Clone Wars were.
I mean, there's no real reason.
Not really.
To be honest, there's no real reason why either conflict happens besides special interests.
In the eyes of the Republic, the war was not inevitable. Palpatine just made it happen.
Palpatine made it look as though it was inevitable, but it was very
Thank
easily
you.
preventable. Just like World War
Yes.
One and Two, and the Civil War in America,
There
and
you go.
pretty much any war. If I'm
Yes.
gonna be really honest, like probably
Most wars are preventable, but people who want that war to happen will make it happen.
And don't tell me the Jedi Purge would have still have happened and led to the rise of the Empire if the Trade Federation was defeated before Episode 3. Order 66 was successful because the Jedi spread out across the galaxy to combat the already spread out Trade Federation.
To combat not the Trade Federation, the Separatist Alliance.
You know,
which involved the Banking Clan, the Techno Union Army, the Corporate Alliance, and the Trade Federation.
Yeah, he thinks Trade Federation is the fuck.
Yeah, for some reason he seems to be confusing the Trade Federation with the entirety of the Separatists.
He probably didn't watch the scene where all of the Separatists are at the table discussing like the implications of the war.
Yeah, the
he thinks it's
Banking Clan
boring.
doesn't exist, and the Techno Union
it's boring.
He didn't. Did he not know about the Techno Union? Really? I mean, come on. Like, even if you were bored, I'm sure most prequel haters would be like, "Techno Union? Yeah, that sounds funny. You silly George riding your retarded bullshit."
The Techno Union Army is at your disposal, Count.
Federation. The
This is
clones
the
were able
Banking
to
Clan.
slaughter the Jedi due to the fact that they isolated them on separate planets. Also, Anakin would not have gone to the dark side as a reason of that he was not denied the rank of Master yet.
What?
The Geonosian armies, Galactic Senators, the Separatist Parliament, Techno Union, the Commerce Guild, the Intergalactic Banking Clan, the Corporate Alliance, and the Trade Federation.
Yes, Anakin totally went evil because they wouldn't let him have because they wouldn't have them let the rank of master. That was
it. That was
what an amazing read of the prequels.
Jesus fucking Christus.
Holy God.
And he was
Shit, this Mexican beams.
Oh, you didn't let me. The Mace Windu, it's not fair. You didn't let me be a master. Fuck you. I gotta go work with Sidious now.
wasn't as concerned preventing Padme's death before the third episode.
It's Padme, not
Anakin
Padme.
was a crucial part to Order 66. Palpatine couldn't do it with Dooku because Dooku wouldn't have command of the Republic army. I mean, it would be kind of sketchy if a separatist was running a
Dooku
clone
wouldn't do
army by
it.
the Republic. And also,
I don't think even Dooku wanted to kill younglings.
I'm very happy that I'm very happy that he shows them in the badass pajamas. I'll give him some points for that.
Dooku wouldn't do that. He wouldn't Dooku wouldn't want to see the end of the Jedi Council. He would want to reshape it in his own image.
Yeah.
Pajama Dooku and Lego Star Wars Skywalker Saga, or we riot.
Anakin is far more powerful than Dooku, or at least became more powerful.
I wouldn't say far more powerful. I would say just more powerful by the time of Revenge of the Sith.
Back to Padme. It's not as if she knew about Order.
Padme.
Padme is one of Padme is one of those obvious signs that you haven't paid attention to the movies.
Okay.
Sorry.
Sort of like that confused Matthew guy saying "Ooba Doopa."
Not that good of a politician. She even
okay. Yeah.
That's running a clone army by the Republic, and also Anakin.
Yeah, what?
Yeah, Queen Uba Duba. What the fuck was Matthew
I don't get what his point is here. Can somebody explain it to me?
My response to Matthew is literally just going to be Amidala
is far more powerful than Dooku, or at least became more powerful. Back to Padme. It's not as if she knew about Order 66. Plus, she's really not that good of a politician. She
You said this, but you've not proven this.
Even admitted that she is corrupt.
Admitted.
Corrupt?
My friend was murdered. I don't care about rules.
You're a politician. Why would you say that?
Because your friend was murdered. Because your friend was murdered.
Oh,
Your friend was murdered.
I have
Y-
to
y-
ask,
you're-
but like,
y-
I have to ask, just like, it's kind of a nitpick, but like, what happened to the animation during this scene? It kind of like dropped off in quality. Most of
No.
season 3 looks pretty good. I don't like.
No. George Lucas just told them that guy's just supposed to be really ugly, and they mistaken that
see.
for ugly in quality.
Rules. My dear, without rules, there's
Oh.
only chaos. Everyone must care about rules.
okay.
It killed friend.
Uh,
Friend died.
She's suspecting of corruption
it-
in the Senate because
okay.
she's accusing these like corrupt senators of murdering Anaconda because he's one of the
All right, so if I'm
because they're the proponents of this clone bill, so she thinks they would assassinate him in order so they could get their paychecks. Of
So
course,
if
she would
I-
expect
sorry.
corruption in the Senate, so obviously she doesn't care about the rules at the instant.
All right.
And also, Padme has never been the most logical character in Star Wars. I would say that at times she is even like over emotional.
So if I was a politician, and let's just say I'm like Star Wars or whatever, and I'm like, we want less CO2 emissions from the flying cars. I don't fucking know. And like I like put a big stand, and like I like the car gas flying space car gas companies are like, you look at this idiot. And I like get close to actually stopping them, and like one of the guys who like backs me just gets shot literally in the political stage. Like, I'm gonna be pissed. I'm gonna be running around. I'm going to be screaming, and I mean like screaming in like a political sense. Like, I'm going to be like, someone is fucking around here. Someone is trying to stop this here. Everybody look at this. Like, I'm not gonna like follow the rules of like normal conduct after that anymore. Like, I don't know what the rules are particularly. Like, maybe like, is this Padme literally going after the person herself?
Okay. All right. Let's continue. You guys have to prepare for this.
Oh God.
He's right. Well, the thought doesn't.
Oh, what the? Did he just call Padme? Oh God.
He called a thought.
Yes, he did.
Son of a bitch.
Oh God. I'm going to fucking kill him. I'm going to cut his nuts off.
The target has
Replace
been
it-
sighted.
Be shocked. She is
Requ-
married
requ-
to someone illegally.
The contact has been cited. Requesting
So what did
backup
what
now.
did he do? I was busy.
He called
He called Padme a thought. Doctor
right.
Delicious marked for termination.
Well, the thought doesn't.
Well, the
I
fact
shouldn't be
that
shocked. She is
Go fuck yourself, you piece of shit.
Okay.
Worthless human being.
married to someone illegally on the Jedi Council, who is a future
What
school
the
shooter.
fuck?
Also, people are trying to assassinate Padme, yet she's
It's not a
always
school
out
shooter,
in the
it's a
open.
school-
I mean, why hasn't
Anakin,
someone
the
killed her
future
already?
school shooter.
Okay,
That's kind of true.
Okay, stop me if you find this to be too irrelevant, but I have to just say this for a second,
He's
alright? So, school shooters typically shoot a school because the
Well,
school
your
wasn't
life can
good to
stop
them.
living.
Just saying, alright?
That's not right.
Now, Padme
Yeah,
was
but
retarded. She's not
let's
even
not
nearly
get
as
into the
retarded as Mace
implications of
Windu.
school
He
shooters.
wanted to
I know,
put
he's
Godzilla
wrong.
on
Anakin-
another
Docta
planet
Delicious.
because it was the
I know
last
he's
of
wrong.
its kind.
Anakin is not a school shooter at all. But I just have to put that out there because some of these people make it sound like
People
that is
freak
literally
out
just
when you
being
release a
like
single foreign animal in
you
another
just do it for no
environment.
reason. Essentially,
Imagine putting this
there's always a reason, you faggots. Anyway, yeah, like calling her a thought. You're dead. You're dead, man.
in
You're
another
not alive
environment.
anymore.
So
soon.
they put it on the planet of
you
Coruscant. Why?
You're marked for termination. My soldiers are gonna come kill you.
Great reasoning, pal. You should become
Holy
aware.
shit.
They also
Holy shit.
made the
I'm gonna tell
military
Anomaly
planet
about
of
this. This is
Mandalore
ridiculous.
a pacifist planet.
Oh,
for
you
some
better
reason.
fucking tell that guy.
Fucking hell, I'm gonna tell him really
Oh yeah,
hard. Let me
they
see
would
here.
love covering this on AI Core.
They're gonna have so much fun with this. Oh my god, he's got a part 2, and it's 56 minutes. Airborne, what have you gotten us into?
It's basically him nitpicking the Thor episodes.
Out of anything
This
outside the Star
fucker
Wars
calls
movies, the Mandalorians were
Padme
always known
a
for being
thought!
militaristic. and they made them pacifists?
Kill him.
This would be the equivalent to the highly advanced forces from Halo being a
Kill him
primitive race all of a
fast.
sudden.
If
To be honest, I wouldn't be surprised if 343 did that. Anyway, I'm getting pretty sick of
alright,
talking
let's
about
continue
politics.
this.
On to the next. Also, people are trying to assassinate Padme, yet she's always out in the open. I mean, why hasn't someone killed her already?
Isn't it just
Because
beautiful?
it's hard.
Yes, but I really must insist you go back inside. It's not safe for you out here.
He's right.
Alright,
Oh,
context, because you always forget the context when reviewing this. Aura Singh is planning to kill her when she's when she's giving her speech.
Like,
fuck.
When she's out on a balcony. If she
I-
by the
I
way,
like
there's a
the-
Jedi like right next to her. What happens if that Jedi with the super fast reflex happens to deflect
great.
your laser
Oh,
bolt?
great.
You're absolutely fucked.
I like this
Oh.
guy. I like this guy. He says "Holdo" as a thought.
Yeah.
God.
Oh god, we basically fought and now
Breathe.
No!
Oh, fuck me.
Don't you finish that shit! I'm gonna beat the living crap out of you.
Holy shit, dude! I have to tell Anomaly about this. This is Namsico.
Right.
Yoga, I can't stop living my life.
Well, your life can stop living.
Yeah, but that's not how life works. You don't just snipe people.
Now, Padme
Okay, that was kind of funny.
That's, so like
Yeah.
that's not how like life works though. Like you can't just shoot people like that. Like you're not like some arbitrary like sniper that's like sitting there and nobody sees you and you have like the perfect thing and like
Yeah.
that's
Yeah,
I-
you.
You know, that was
Yeah,
I
you-
like that.
Yeah.
It was actually an example of good editing.
yeah, that was decent. But I mean, do
Was
you
the-
not understand that you have to like? I mean, fucking hell! Just like the it shows his perspective so well with the hit marker and everything too. Like it's not that. I mean, why would that?
Also, I would like to say that Padme has never been one to shy away from being like not only not being afraid of assassins, she uses herself as bait.
Yeah. Like she, and that's like partially the reason why.
I mean,
Uh,
I think
she-
that
so-
I think that like the way that they set up the bait was kind of stupid. But like,
I mean, like we talked about it, you know, there was way too much security in order to just go up there and like
Retarded, but she's
bomb the place. So
Clearly as retarded.
But, like, why wouldn't they assume that like there would be a sniper or something?
well, because it wouldn't work. Like the sniper doesn't see her, so it would be impossible to hit her from that. Like the only way to
I
like, I
would
told-
just say I would just say like the assassins that their actions make sense. I'll say that. The like Padme like I don't understand why she wouldn't assume that like somebody would just like fire a missile or something in there.
All right.
well, because that wouldn't work.
Or not.
Because there's security watching the building.
No, like, but they could just like there's like thousands of other buildings around. They could like just set up a
That are
sniper
really, really far away.
station. Not really.
That like make it impossible to shoot in there.
No, not really.
You don't
We're
get.
not
what you-
not
what
really
you-
given we're not really given the we're like not really given a clear geography of Coruscant from what we're seeing, but there are other buildings nearby.
Look, Airborne. Like basically, what we're talking about. What you're saying is
Also,
Why-
like not
what-
even
what-
that, not don't even use a building, just use your speeder.
no. What you're saying is Airborne is why can't I just take my jeep to the mayor's building and quickly toss a grenade through his window? Like
It's not even you don't even have to get that close though if you have a sniper rifle.
yeah, get like up to the mayor, like just drive up to the mayor's building with a
No,
jeep and then
no,
quickly
no,
try and
no.
no scope him.
Let's
What a
say that
brilliant
the
idea.
no. Let's say that the no. I didn't say drive up to the window. You don't have to be. You don't even have to be that close. She could be like 120 yards away, 150 yards away. She can still make the shot.
All right, so I'll explain to you how a proper hit and run works. You
doesn't
get up,
have to hit and run though.
you
That's
get
what I'm
up
saying.
between the guy when he's leaving some building or some shit. You get out, machine gun the shit out of him, then get back into the car and get the fuck out of there.
Again, Zam doesn't have to do that.
Well, that's the only way it's gonna work.
Okay, she
Like,
can take pot shots from her speeder from a safe distance, and
yeah,
then
but
when she hits
that's
her
too
mark, she runs
risky.
away.
Then it's too
Why?
risky because if she pot shots,
Okay,
if she
but
misses,
yes,
Padme is gonna get up and grab her gun
yes,
and shoot at her, and then other people are
that
gonna
is
show
too
up
that is too risky for Zam. But I don't understand why Padme wouldn't assume that she wouldn't do that.
because it would be too risky for Zam.
Okay, but they're not assuming that like these bounty hunters just like, oh, so scared of getting caught. As far as they
What
know,
assassin?
as far
What
as she
assassin?
knows, as far as
What
she knows,
assassin
hey,
literally?
replica, don't interrupt me. As far as she knows, a political idealist is trying to kill her. Political idealists aren't really concerned with like getting paid and staying hidden. They want to make themselves noticed.
Yeah, but it's a political idealist that's hiring people to kill her.
Again, they don't know that
The
until they find the assassin.
hired gun wants to walk away with this with a big paycheck. He doesn't want to be in a body bag.
Okay, but again, there are options that you can use to do that, and again, the fact that she
No,
doesn't
listen,
assume that
I
those
totally.
and the fact that she doesn't assume that those are possible or that those wouldn't be used at all just seems stupid.
But listen, I totally get it. What you're talking about is that she comes by in her like car, and then just she
Again,
starts
I'm
like
not
shoot.
saying the assassin's actions do make sense. I'm just saying that it seems incredibly dubious that the amount of that like basically you wouldn't provide any more protection than R2D2 when there are options that you should be
There's two
thinking
Jedi
about in your head.
outside, so it'll be fine.
Okay,
Okay,
so
let's
what happens
continue.
again if they shoot a rocket in there? What are you gonna do, huh?
That then Obi-Wan is going to like grab it and throw it back at them. Now shut up and let's continue.
No, that's
Well, your
that's
life can stop living.
we're not. That's complete. That's not no.
I
That's
look.
not an
I'm just
argument.
sick. I'm sick of this. Okay, I don't care. We'll finish it later.
Now, Padme was retarded,
He just called
You're
her a thought
retarded.
again.
but she's not as nearly as retarded as Mace Windu. He wanted to put
Oh, you kidding me?
Godzilla on
Anakin's retarded, but he's not as retarded as Obi-Wan Kenobi. Obi-Wan Kenobi's retarded, but he's not as retarded as Padme. Padme's retarded, but she's not nearly as retarded as Mace Windu.
Jesus Christ.
on another planet.
Oh wait, no. Sorry, I should do this differently. The droids are retarded, but they're not nearly as retarded as Anakin.
Because
It's
it was
been-
the best of its kind.
I recommend that we transport it off the planet as soon as possible. We can find a place for it to live undisturbed in the Outer Rim.
People freak out when you release a single foreign animal in another environment.
Those are bees. Nobody cares.
Imagine putting this in another environment.
Okay, the difference is like there are thousands and thousands of planets in Star Wars that are uninhabited, so you can just go find one and put them there.
Yeah, put them there.
It's not like the Zilla Beast. It's like an astronaut, and he's gonna go like with a space helmet and just like start traveling and conquering other planets. They just
So they put it on the planet of Coruscant. Why?
yeah, they
Because
transported
they're
to
going to
Coruscant.
Great reasoning, pal. You should become a lawyer. They
Well,
Oh,
if it-
shut up!
you're retarded, by the way. Just saying. Here's the thing, though. I doubt they're gonna put it there for it to live. They're gonna put it somewhere else later. Then you fucking retard.
Actually, Palpatine wants to kill the Zilla Beast so that they can experiment on him and try to create armor for him.
That's actually brilliant.
They say, imagine a clone army with impenetrable armor.
also made the military planet of Mandalore a pacifist planet for some reason.
They show the dichotomy between the Mandalorian warriors and the peaceful ways of Mandalore.
Yeah, TCW Mandalore is fucking retarded.
I'm not gonna pretend that there are problems with Mandalore and Star Wars and Clone Wars, but there is a very good reason as to why they did it. Say that they just George and Dave they just threw Mandalore in there for some reason. Who knows?
Yeah, just
Yeah.
put him in Coruscant because I'm sure it'll live fine in Coruscant. That's totally what he believes.
values peace more than her own life. Oh, I'm aware of the Duchess's views. Master Kenobi, Mandalore's violent past is behind us. All of our warriors were exiled to our moon Concordia. They died out years ago.
Out of anything outside of the Star Wars movies, the Mandalorians were always known for being militaristic. And they made them pacifist? This would be the equivalent
If
to
if you live in a world, full of constant, never-ending, permanent combat and war, I could actually imagine becoming pacifist.
Yeah, just
Also, I would have to say again, I don't think that Star Wars: The Clone Wars is EU material.
even though
Especially because George Lucas designed how the Mandalorians behaved.
yet TCW infected it with infected destroyed Wikipedia because the stupid editors.
Whatever. I don't care about Wikipedia.
Yes.
I don't care about Wikipedia. It's a fan website.
Yeah, and the fans there are stupid, thinking that TCW belongs in Legends.
Yeah, I would say it is possible that in the grand scheme of things, the Star Wars: The Clone Wars is Legends. I just don't think that anybody working on the show knew that.
It fits loosely, not as well as the movies do.
I don't know.
Forerunners from Halo being a primitive race all of a sudden. To be honest, I wouldn't.
What?
No, that's not the same at all.
No, not at all.
Hold up. Weren't the Forerunners like completely fucked though?
Yeah, they were pretty much fucked when the flood hit.
I hate it when people don't understand that if there's only like a handful left of like a group of people, then that changes how they act. Oh my god. Move on.
Be surprised if 4-3 did that. Anyway, I'm getting pretty sick of talking about politics. On to the next topic.
Fuck you.
God.
You're
This
going to
topic
die.
might seem subjective, but I'll judge it
no.
on an objective scale. The music in the Clone Wars is disappointing. One
You're disappointed. Okay.
All right, time to listen to some music.
All right.
Let me just send over a ton of great Clone Wars tracks.
All right, the TCW episode. Okay, TCW movie and the season 1 have the most underrated scores.
There are some absolute bangers in Star Wars in Star Wars Clone Wars.
All right, gimme.
I think let's see your Bad Batch theme. Which one's off here?
All right, let's take a look. Bad Batch theme from Clone Wars final season. All right, let's see here.
Yeah, but most of these are from season 7, and this was made before that. This video, so
5.
Okay, let's continue.
Yeah, so this is excellent. This is like really good. All right, next one. Let's take a look here. Burying the Dead.
Yeah, Burying the Dead is probably my favorite one. Sure, it sounds like.
Oh god,
Leaves is my favorite.
Oh god, spoilers. I forgot.
What?
Well, the one I heard up there was really good. And this is Star Wars music. And if it's okay, wait, what the fuck? Cowboy Marquand? What the fuck? All right. Well, Airborne. Yes, Airborne. So, Airborne. On a scale of 1 to 10, how 2003 Clone Wars is 2008 Clone Wars?
Not very, I would say.
So a 2?
4, 3.
Good enough.
All right,
let's move on.
let's see how this retard thinks.
Important aspect to note before I start getting into detail.
Oh shit! I've
Remembered
remembered.
the score in because of copy.
Wasn't she? Wait.
Oh god, he talks. Oh god, he talks in like he's in a fucking giant room.
Right, and muffling it would be unfair. So if you don't take my word for it,
Then why the hell you're talking about it if you can't? If we can't
I don't
hear it?
know. I whatever. Let's just let Chad talk about the music. I don't really care. It's subjective.
I'll put a link in the description for you guys to hear. Getting back on track, in spite of the show implementing the score a lot, I found it to be mediocre. I mean, they did hire a pretty typical composer in Kevin Kiner.
Almost thought he
It's hard
said
not to
Kevin
say that this is a
Costner.
flaw because music has played an integral part in the Star Wars franchise. It's one of the factors that made Star Wars so iconic. Even the crappy prequels had good music. The Jedi Temple
Prequels
March,
are not
Battle
crappy.
of Heroes, Duel of Fates, or
Yeah, so those soundtracks are only like if the prequels were bad, they wouldn't have those soundtracks. So fuck yourself.
are all classics. Hell, there were
but if they're bad movies, then who cares?
there were some Star Wars video games that created their own high quality music.
Oh yeah.
Fuck yourself, you loser.
Jordan is pretty good.
I don't even care. Like he makes his like by saying the prequels are bad, I don't care. This is good. Like if it was good, then it's something good and something that is overall bad, which means it's worthless. Awesome. Thank you. I fucking hate people's perspective on this shit so much. It's like, oh yeah, Republic Commando is cool. This little shooting game, not made movies. Like if that was true, then it would be a dead franchise. But it's not true because Disney, Star Wars happened, which really made it a dead franchise. Fuck.
Yeah.
I think that would still be copyrighted by whoever bought the license.
Go to see the door.
I can't take this anymore. He's now actively converting something into shit by raising it up by something that it's just as good as. Like, this is making me sick.
The Clone Wars, it doesn't come off as memorable. Now, is the score awful?
Maybe, I don't fucking know.
Awful? No, it's average. However, most of the time, it needs to have good music for TV shows and movie series. Think of any good or great series. The music is usually of high quality and in some cases amazing.
Yeah, you're right.
No.
I would say
No.
the Clone Wars does have good music and is sometimes amazing. Yeah, you're right. I would agree. Yeah, most shows of high quality do follow that rule.
Like
What a coincidence.
a composer is good, and a good movie happens to have an excellent composer. Like there's a lot of movies where the soundtrack is just like whatever. Like Predator is a good example of a movie where I don't really care about the soundtrack. It's not bad, but it's not exactly memorable. Well, okay, the main theme is memorable. Dun-dun-dun-dun-dun, 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 dun-dun-dun-dun-dun. But other than that, it's mostly just like, well, besides that one soundtrack that plays when it's like, get to the chopper. But yeah, I mean, look, the thing is that like this guy is just. I mean, he makes me. I don't know. His wrongness makes this painful to listen to.
Game of Thrones, Halo, Indiana Jones, Harry Potter.
I don't even remember the Indiana Jones soundtrack.
Oh no, it's fantastic. I love it.
I only remember like the main theme a little bit, and I haven't heard that in years.
Lord of the Rings, and SpongeBob, to name a few, all have good music.
Yeah,
Ideally,
SpongeBob's got
music
good
is there
music.
for emotion, which is important for memory. When it comes to emotion, an individual will more likely remember a strong emotional time, whether good or bad, compared to a meh one. Since
Why are you
good
telling me
music
this?
elevates emotion, then a good score should make episodes memorable.
There's no way that these soundtracks are any worse than the sequel trilogies.
Oh no, they're better than sequels for sure.
Now, the
So-
importance of a score or a soundtrack in a standalone movie varies, but in a series, it's crucial. For
Don't show me fucking
the Clone
don't
Wars, it's
fucking
uninspiring.
don't fucking show me Lord of the Rings when also saying the prequels are bad movies. Jesus
Okay,
Christ.
okay. You cannot. This is a null and void argument because musical quality is subjective. You can't really just no.
Just to show you how
Because I think the Clone Wars soundtrack is really good.
And
and
why
you
is the
don't.
quality of those videos so
bland it
garbage?
is, imagine this. Put the Clone Wars score in any other war show, and I bet not many people would recognize it. The viewers would just keep watching without realizing.
Actually, just show it. Show it.
No, I disagree with that. I think the Clone
Fucking
Wars.
do it.
Maybe except for the main theme of the show, just because it has similarities to the original Star Wars theme, but most of it falls into this category. Picture putting the Indiana Jones score in another movie without the audience recognizing it where it's from. You really can't, because it stands out while the Clone Wars doesn't, due to how generic it is.
The Clone Wars music is generic because it's generic. Okay, this is stupid. Let's just keep going.
I wouldn't say this show has a temp.
This is subjective. There's a lot of soundtracks. Like people. There's a lot of people like the John Wick soundtracks. I don't know why. I have no idea, but they do. Like like this shit is like personal preference. Like
Yeah.
I mean, fucking hell, modern music in general, I want to vomit and die. But like people listen to that and they like that. Well, maybe they're just trying to be cool. I don't know. I don't know.
Yeah, they basically just want. Yeah.
Fucking hip hop. And here I'm the brother at the Jesus Christ, I hate that music so much.
The temp track, which is music copied from another score but just altered a bit to avoid copyright. It could be, but I can't prove it. So the viewers of Lord of the Rings can recognize the melodies of the score because that creative spark made it stand out. When we analyze the greatest musicians and composers,
Freddie Mercury is not one of the greatest musicians ever.
Well, he kind of is.
He's great. I don't know what you mean.
He's one of he's like in like the top 100. He's like in the 50s, 40s category.
It's still one of the greatest of all time.
Yeah,
Okay.
but
ever
Freddie
walked this
Mercury.
earth. Their music is relatively creative and they did it in a sound way. The Beatles wrote Back in the USSR to be comical. It is somewhat of a parody of Back in the USA, and its genre is surf music. They chose that genre because it had a very American vibe. In the USSR,
Yeah, a lot of the Clone Wars music is made because it's meant to sound like war music.
Oh my god.
Almost as if you're just being disingenuous about the music because you don't like it. Oh no.
Look, okay, I'm going to do something here that Airborne's gonna like, but I'm going to hate. You know the 2003 Clone Wars soundtracks?
Yeah.
I think they're less Star Wars than the 2008 ones.
Ooh, I don't know about that.
Don't get me wrong, the 2003 ones are very Star Warsy, but there's like some creative liberties taken with the intensity of it that is distinctively not Star Wars.
I would
dun 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 no 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 no. That never happens in Star Wars.
Yeah, it's very much Genndy Tartakovsky type shit,
Yeah,
you know?
like the 2003 Clone Wars. I don't remember a lot of the. I don't remember any. I might remember a few if I watch them again, but those feel like Star Wars light. Like I don't see the problem with it. Like you obviously won't get John Williams to do all of it.
I think like ARC Trooper theme is fantastic. Grievous theme is fantastic. I don't remember anything else.
ARC Trooper theme is legendary in 2003.
Yeah.
like I don't have any problems with it, but like I have to be honest, and like 2008 soundtrack works, man. Like it's Star
Oh yeah,
Wars.
I think it's fantastic at times. It's usually good or great, but sometimes it's amazing.
I mean, like,
Season,
but
like especially season 7 soundtrack, which I know he hasn't seen, but season 7 soundtrack is out of this world.
you know what pisses me off too is that like it's just he brings up like Lord of the Rings as though it's like a fair comparison for like a TV show to have a soundtrack that's like comparable to fucking Lord of the Rings.
Its genre is surf music. They chose that genre because it had a very American vibe, and the USSR was antithetic to the US.
care.
Let's look at the Halo theme composed by
Oh,
Mario
Jesus
O'Donnell.
Christ.
Halo has an epic orchestra with chanting monks, while the theme's melody is based off of Yesterday by the Beatles. Mario O'Donnell chose
Really?
this because
Yeah, you didn't know that?
No, I
Halo is a
didn't.
war game where humans fight the epic orchestra with chanting monks, while the theme's melody is based off of Yesterday by the Beatles.
I don't think that's true. I think he's just bullshitting.
Oh, really? That's what I've heard, but maybe I'm wrong.
Mario O'Donnell chose this
Okay, I
because
don't
Halo is
know.
a war game where humans fight theocratic aliens. These are examples of creativity well executed.
No.
You have already admitted this is a subjective problem.
No,
Subjective
no,
thing you have with
no,
with
I'm not
with
letting you get away with this. Halo's soundtrack should just be some generic military music if it was accurate. It's like
When
the
comparing
shit.
it to the
No. Seriously, the music. Like I'm not gonna say that Halo's music doesn't belong to Halo. I just need to say this: if we're gonna be like, oh, if this soundtrack is accurate to something, that no. Halo should just be some generic military shit. Boom, you know that like drums.
Yeah,
Like just
yeah.
forever. That's what the soundtrack should be if it was like 100% accurate, like this fuck face is saying.
A galaxy
Yeah.
divided. It's
Why is there a chorus? Why is there this? Oh, it's just a war. It should be accurate. It should be accurate, motherfucker.
Replica. Let's just go.
I like music. I love music. Like this is
original
ridiculous.
Star Wars theme? It added and amplified the percussion to seem more military-esque, which was fine, but
Brilliant,
then
you mean?
transitions to this foreboding villainous theme, which is just misleading to what to come for almost 80% of the song. Like
No.
Grievous was a real threat to the Republic.
That's your own
Oh.
personal retarded opinion based on nothing. And if you realize it's bullshit, then it actually becomes really good.
At least Republic Commando developed its own theme, with the Viking opera being an ideal fit. However,
I don't even think I agree with that. Though I don't know. I think they're
Okay.
the commandos of Republic Commando feel more like brothers and like epic Vikings going on a quest. It should just be. We should have like generic military music because Republic Commando is just about some bro shooting droids. Am I right? Shut the fuck up.
I'm going to listen to the Clone Wars soundtrack. You guys keep going. I'll be back in like a minute or something.
Oh,
Oh,
God.
Stein's mad that that Dr. Delicious didn't say where's the Across the Stars? Yeah,
What?
Across the Star. Remember when he brought up like 3 of like the best?
All right.
He brought up the Jedi Temple Guard.
Okay, so I just realized which this was. I remember it now from when I heard it before. This soundtrack is fucking phenomenal. I remember it now. Like I remember it from when I watched it all the way back then. That soundtrack is fucking gold. It's so great. It's like da 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 na 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 na. While the awesome military drums are like, this is, fuck you. What a retard. No. We're genuinely talking about like a masterpiece style soundtrack here. Like
I
fuck
wouldn't.
you.
I think the pieces repeat themselves sometimes. That's kind of unfortunate. But other than that, the pieces are fantastic.
it's not special. Except for the theme, of course. Ideally, there needs to be good creativity, which brings
Good creativity, which means things I like.
something new, while also not sacrificing the integrity of the genre. For
The genre. It's genre. My guy.
instance, it would be pretty stupid if an alien movie had a Drake song in the
Guys,
That is
guys,
true.
soundtrack.
Guys.
What?
What are the clone troopers doing here?
What?
Taking cover.
Taking cover. Why you guys laughing?
They're taking cover, Latvian.
No, this only shows them walking in lions.
Oh, Doctor, you're fucking dumbass.
Oh my god.
Left in cover.
They're in cover.
One of my biggest
Why,
problems. That's like one of my biggest problems with Star Wars. Is that the music is like the music should honestly have been more electronic and less orchestral. Because like, this is space.
I don't see why Star Wars music can't be multi-genre.
Yeah.
Mandalorian, best show, fantastic soundtrack, and it doesn't use a lot of orchestra. In fact, it mostly uses like electronic stuff. You know, it uses guitar, stuff like that. You know, it's Star Wars. It's like Star Wars in itself is multi-genre. The fact that only orchestral music can work with it is absolutely retarded.
Yeah.
I mean, just the idea that, I mean, if I'm gonna be honest with you, if like from an objective standpoint, something like techno like kind of thing, that would be like Star Wars like logical like genre because it's space.
It's about space wizards and technology, so it really should be electronic.
I suppose it would be kind of like orchestra mixed with techno. I wonder how that would sound. But
the
like,
Clone Wars does that, by the way.
I mean, like the music in the Star Wars movies, it resembles the Force more than anything, so it's totally fine. But again, if we're going to go off the stupid fucking criteria for what makes good movies, I mean, what makes good music, then I have to be like, well, technically, the techno theme is kind of what Star Wars should be sounding like anyway. Like, why would you criticize like space battle future world being like techno?
He uses his subjective opinion as objective opinion.
Okay, this is like the whole Star Wars should be simple over again. Star Wars should be what I value from the series. Otherwise, it's bad.
Not even sequel fans do that. Not even sequel haters do that shit.
Yeah.
Fantasy part of Star Wars. Sure, it's what we hear in sci-fi, but Star Wars has always leaned more so to fantasy. When people think of Star Wars, they think of the Force before they think of spaceships.
What is fantasy about the Force? It's like basically as though in our world, like it's basically like God in our world, except we can also like manipulate the elements.
Okay, I'm not gonna
like
talk.
I understand you don't believe in him airborne, but like if like the Bible's 100% correct, then the only thing that would be like really that much different in the Force would be like, well, there would be a few things different, but it would also be it would also basically be like that in many ways, and then also give us the power to like change the environment and shit like that. And I mean that doesn't fall into the realm of fantasy because, well, I suppose it's fantasy to him, but you know, somebody creating everything is not like outside of the realm of possibility. Like I doubt anyone will disagree with me on that.
Okay.
Like it's
good point.
I mean, it's like I'll say it feels very magic and fantasy like, but that's one of the reasons why I don't like the whole space wizard thing because it's not true. They're not
space wizard.
Like, you know, like call me like laugh at me all you want, but I always used to look at Luke as like a space like Christian monk warrior thing. Like, you know, like I never looked at him as like some fantasy creature that could never be real in the real world. His weapon is obviously something that's very sci-fi, but it's not like they won't have a real world equivalent of that at some point. I mean, do you really think we're never going to have like a laser sword or something like that?
Never.
Plus, the music tempo is an issue with the show. They have action scenes that aren't that fast, yet they have fast-paced music.
Welcome to while Halo has music that outpaces the gameplay all the time.
Usually it has an allegro tempo, which means it has a fast BPM, or allegro moderato, which is pretty
Allegro. Oh my
Oh
fast.
god.
A
Oh
lot of
god.
times where
Oh god, he's bringing music.
they're
Music
fighting these
talk
slow
here.
marching
Oh.
droids, it's kind of hard to have a fast-paced score. Even when the Jedi are in battle, they are still slow.
Music that is in sync with the action on screen is honestly really rare. Like I have only seen
I wouldn't even consider it to be objectively good or bad.
like I have exactly. But I mean it's a nice neat thing. It's not necessarily something that makes it awesome. But like for instance, you know that moment in episode 1 when it's like dun 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 and we see like them like fighting in the Bay Harbor ship holding area.
Yeah.
That is one of those awesome, epic, fantastic, legendary moments of the prequels when the music and the action is perfectly in sync. A lot of times in Star Wars and other content, it's either a little bit behind or a little bit ahead. Now, when it starts to get terrible is when you have a game like Max Payne 3 or something where the music is slower than what is happening, but faster is often not that much of a problem. Now, this guy is saying it's slower, which would be bad, but I mean, Airborne, you know the most of all of us. I mean, like, I never really got the impression from my memories that, like, from my memories of watching the show, I never really get the impression the music is a problem. I guess I would just wish it would be, like, as good as, movies.
Latvian, you think Siege of Mandalore ruins Revenge of the Sith?
No, I was just trolling.
I see.
Though Ahsoka saying that defending Coruscant.
You know, this whole.
I'm gonna pretend that that's 100% valid for a second. How does that ruin Revenge of the Sith?
It doesn't.
Yeah, there are some problems with Siege of Mandalore for sure. I don't think it ruins Revenge of the Sith.
So I should delete all reactions from it then.
Stand by your arguments, boy.
Whatever.
Coward. Anyway, so here's the thing. This guy says the soundtrack is like a 5 or 6 out of 10, and no offense to people who want to talk about this sort of stuff, but I feel like if we're talking about music like that, there's barely anything to say. I mean, if music is just okay, then I doubt many people care. Like for instance, the soundtrack in Hacksaw Ridge was I'll go as far as say it was good. It wasn't amazing or anything. Like when the Japanese charge, that I remember that soundtrack, but it's very underwhelming. But it does match the action pretty well. But like if a soundtrack is okay, you really shouldn't be talking about it. So what I think is happening is that he thinks it's bad, but he knows he can't get away with saying it's terrible. So therefore he goes in this long tangent about how it's like, well, it's not that good. No, it's still. I don't know. Yeah. Battle of Heroes does. Yeah. Okay. We're good. Battle of Heroes does. It does line up.
Yeah, Battle of the Heroes like matches up perfectly.
Sorry, I was hearing myself talk. Okay, I still hear myself. Okay, now. Okay, cool.
If you hear yourself, that means it works.
Yeah, I know. I was just trying to talk while I was listening to myself, and I was stopping for myself.
Music should be at a pace, somewhere between a Dante moderato, which is good.
Oh, absolutely not. I disagree with that.
Oh, Jesus.
Allegretto, I know quite a bit about music.
Holy shit!
On Dante would be a terrible pace for the Clone Wars.
Are you fucking telling? Are you honest to God saying that it has to music does not have music should never conform to any kind of standard.
and Marato because
It should
the
just
clones
be
and
its own
Jedi
thing.
execute quicker
Holy
than the
shit.
droids. You could pick from a random scene with music, and you will likely hear a fast tempo. When Anakin is ordering his men to uncloak his ship, the music is around 140 BPM, which is allegro. A slower BPM would be appropriate here.
What
Think
the
of it like
fuck?
Okay, not
Oh.
only is this like, cause if we're to pretend that accuracy between like beats is like it's some sort of objective, like how much does that affect the quality of Star Wars: The Clone Wars? Not at all.
a
Okay.
dance. You dance at the beat of the music. Also, this show has too much music in their scenes. You can make a scene more intense without having music at all. All these duels lack intensity with the fact
I
that we all know the
agree. I don't agree whatsoever.
Oh my God.
I've heard people say that before. Like there was this huge argument about how the English version of Dragon Ball Z was worse because it had way more music everywhere than the Japanese version. I listened to the Japanese version. It feels so much different from the American version. So many scenes are just barren with characters standing and staring at each other. Whereas in the American version, you have you have a lot of like moody music in between stuff.
Again, I know he hasn't seen season 7 yet, but again, like there are action scenes with that music in them,
Look,
especially with the Bad Batch episodes.
there are moments when it can be a nice idea to have no music. But here's the thing, that still is music in a way. You know when you listen to like some techno soundtrack and it's like you know, like it has this drop before it goes further. Like that is a part of the song. That is something that the dude wanted to communicate here. When the music stops in episode 1, when Obi-Wan when Qui-Gon is about to die, you know, like the music stops, but we get this little chanting.
The majority of these main characters seen throughout the series will live in Revenge of the Sith and beyond. So having this much music puts salt in the wound.
What?
I'll show you why
Oh my
scenes
God,
without music
it's
can
the
make the atmosphere more.
It's the argument that you can't have tension because characters don't die in the continuity.
This is
Oh,
excellent. This is
oh
excellent
god.
This is excellently animated, by the way. This fucking
Oh,
looks
yeah.
awesome.
Tense. The opening scene from Saving Private Ryan and from Inglourious Bastards are heightened because they have no score.
I think that's just them trying to be edgy.
No, they're actually really good scenes, but no.
Yeah, I know, but I think that's just the movie trying to be edgy.
Them not having music doesn't make them inherently better, and you have not proven this.
In Call of Duty 1, you have this. In Call of Duty 1, you have this totally fucking hardcore soundtrack for when you like get. Well, actually, you don't have a soundtrack in the Russian campaign on the beach anyway, but still the whole well, I mean, like it's a matter of choice. One is not always superior to the other. Like, and I'm sure that after the quiet, when the first guy gets killed, and creepy shit start happening, and the Germans shoot at them, I'm sure that then a soundtrack will start happening, which will just invalidate this guy's argument. Except he's never going to show that, of course.
It's absolute garbage sound mixing.
Really? Oh,
I'm talking about the guy who's recording in this.
Oh, yeah.
Knows what good sound design.
Yeah.
That was a little stupid. They all just get fucking destroyed. What the hell?
You're sheltering enemies of the state, are you not?
Boy. Can we... Okay.
You're sheltering them underneath your floorboards, aren't you?
Now when we look at the Clone Wars, I can't remember one duel without music at some part during the duel. Remember?
Alright, so that scene in Private Ryan,
There's something I want to state quickly.
Yeah.
That scene in Glorious Bastards does have music in it. He's a dumbass. It's just very quiet until the end when they start shooting all the Jews in the basement.
Yeah, that's what I know about. Like that's why That's like why I didn't. That's why I brought up earlier that when Qui-Gon and Maul fight in Episode 1, like there's just a little bit of chanting because there's always a little bit of music. Like just having shit be quiet doesn't. You don't do that
The
in a
dude's a
film.
dumbass. There's music in that scene.
Oh boy.
It also goes to show a lot of his perspective that the only two things he could come up with were two World War II movies.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
also the fact, just 2 movies in general.
Yeah.
From the original, the lightsabers battles didn't have music half the time.
Anyway,
Jesus Christ!
No, one whole dude without music.
Joey left. Fucking
Okay,
great.
what is wrong with that though? Okay, so 1/3 of the lightsaber fighting, so yeah, 1/1, like so yeah, 1/3 of the fights didn't have music.
Dude, this is just another example of them trying to tear down the prequels by raising up the sequels. I mean, the OT.
Yes.
Like, no. They're trying to raise up the OT by tearing down the prequels.
Yeah.
Like, they're just fucking idiots.
Eight more minutes, guys. 8 more minutes.
This helped by increasing the intensity. There's an actual...
The
No, it
intensity
doesn't.
is never increased by quiet.
Intensity very much relies on the viewer.
The sound effects of the
Yeah.
lightsaber and everything make that. Look, let me explain something to you, a retarded video maker. So the reason why that scene is so intense is because we get music before and after it that helps guide the emotions. So when Luke is like going over, like before he gets there, there's this like awesome soundtrack when Boba Fett shoots at him, and it's like it's a trap. And then Luke goes over there, and it becomes all quiet, and the music is all like dun na 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 na. I know that's not what it is, but just bear with me here. It goes all Shark Tale on us, and it's just like da na 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 na, and then Darth Vader's there, and it gets all quiet.
Did you just say Shark Tale?
What the fuck?
Oh my god.
What the hell? Oopsies. Alright, let's continue.
Well, anyway, so then it gets all quiet, and then he's like standing in front of Vader, and then it's quiet. Well, the music guided you there, so it's still not as though the quiet is what makes it good. Like music is all about knowing the right moment to do something and what to use for everything. It's one of the things that I fairly well mastered in the many videos I made so far. It's just like you just got to use the correct music and do things the right way. I mean, like in Mulan, a girl worth fighting for ends up fucking abruptly as hell. And then suddenly it's quiet, and we see this, the whole village that has been destroyed. But it's cool because not necessarily because it's like, oh, quiet. It's cool because the song that is so happy and uplifting gets totally destroyed, and then we get counter to something that's really negative and like bad. Like it's, it's what he's saying is essentially that he's saying that. He's saying that the Zol makes a shoe good to walk in. That's essentially what he's doing.
Wait.
You know that thing that's when you have a shoe, you got something in it to make your foot more comfortable.
All right. Question. Do you guys know Amazing Atheist?
Yeah, that total piece of shit. Yeah, I do know about his existence on this planet.
Yeah. He made full reviews of the prequels. The only thing...
No! No!
He also said that Padme died because she was too stupid to live.
Oh my god.
Okay, and called himself distressed watcher.
Overseeing the entire
Fuck
show
this guy.
was the Chicken Walker assault on Umbera, considering there is no score.
Oh look.
General
still-
Grievous.
Oh, fuck.
Oh, what the fuck? Who does that shit? Who?
I think he just doesn't like the soundtrack in his game.
Yeah, okay, that's good. Yeah.
Joe.
I mean, movie.
Joe. So
Oh,
aside
hey,
from-
look. Oh, hey,
Oh.
look. It's another charge where people die.
So aside from the examples against your point, you're right. Is that correct?
It was a great way to introduce
Oh, hey, look. People dying in a charge. I thought that doesn't happen in the show. Thank you.
this group of episodes because so many clones died in this one and in the 3 following. Just hearing the battle rage on made that scene so much better than the rest of them. If
I'm betting this is like a worse scene in the show.
they had more of this would be great. Just hearing the sound effects and more action scenes would be awesome.
You can hear the sound effects in all the action scenes.
Either play the fucking video game and turn this fucking sound off, or just die. I don't care. The fucking music is supposed to like make everything more impactful, not less. You total ham sandwich retard.
Jeez.
Believe it or not, there are some pieces in the score that are above average. What Kevin Kiner did in Ambush, Rising Malevolence, and Weapons Factory were good, but that's really it. As I said before,
It? What?
I'm guessing that those 3 have like an edgy component that makes him
Oh
like.
no! They do have really good soundtracks. Actually, like I'm not gonna lie, there are some excellent pieces in there.
No,
There are so many other episodes with great soundtracks.
I'm saying Airborne is that there's probably like something about those 3 that's like all badassy, so that this simpleton will like it.
I don't think so. I think he's just being stupid.
Yeah.
checking the link down below. Anyway, let's beat on a new drum.
What?
Have I said enough that I fucking hate his voice?
Yeah. Yeah, and
Anyway,
it's
let's beat on a new drum.
Okay.
What a
His
fucking
audio
idiot.
is even worse.
What a fucking stupid picture he is too.
Yeah.
If you don't have
Oh god, show don't tell, one of the most overused fucking idiotic
let's
points
beat on a new
ever. Jesus Christ.
drum.
Well, prepare yourselves to be told that you should never tell people about things that are important and how every fucking stupid ass thing needs to be
I
shown.
would like to say that there are so many aspects in the show that use show don't tell, but I'm just gonna ignore all of them and focus on the points that he makes.
Yeah, exactly. Like that's
If you don't have show, don't tell in your story, it's boring. If you're asking yourself,
fuck
why-
yourself. You're wrong.
Wrong.
You're wrong. You're
Wrong.
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 Show don't tell is overrated.
Exactly.
But
Show
it's but tell don't show is pretty fucking retarded if it's done horribly.
Oh yeah, I will say do what is good.
Yes,
Do-
do what is good. Don't go like, oh, I'm not gonna show the eyes. I'm not gonna tell the eyes. I'm gonna show them in a way that makes no sense. That's how you get something like The Force Awakens, where people reveal each other for no reason. Ugh,
Alright.
fucking hell. Move on.
is crucial. It's because it forces the audience to make an interpretation which makes them think, no matter how simple it is. And if they're thinking about it, then they're not bored. I remember learning this when I was 12,
You're really stupid.
Yeah.
and I can tell that the Clone Wars writers failed the 7th grade. They spent
You're very. Your rules for what's interesting are about as arbitrary as people's reasons for hating the prequels.
almost everything as if it's a spelling bee. There are so many moments where they
What are you talking about, you
Well,
fucking idiot?
let's have him give some examples.
state the obvious. No shit.
Yeah, he's just trying to trying to be lighthearted because Kit Fisto's he's lighthearted.
We are
Yeah.
shown these electrified spark creatures and then after we are shown them where it's overly obvious that he's dangerous, he says that it's
Yes.
dangerous.
Yeah, like Kid Fisto's been established as a humorous
They-
character, so obviously he's just gonna be trying to do something witty.
They just showed it being dangerous, and that he says it because he's that type of guy.
What
And
are
that
the
is
other
apparently
options?
stating the obvious.
Victor Crone was going to use the eels to tickle them? Okay, I'm not
Oh,
the
God.
sharpest tool in the shed. For instance,
You definitely aren't.
No, you have
you're the
proven
bluntest.
that.
You're the
Yes.
bluntest object I have ever seen.
Yeah,
You get your head with it.
I have another small point.
Yeah.
That Eels very dangerous line is a reference to Indiana Jones.
Really?
Wow.
Yeah, in Raiders of the Lost Ark, when Indy and Sala first find the place where the Ark is, they see all kinds of snakes at the bottom, and Sala says, "That's very dangerous. You go first."
Wow, thank you. That's really cool, actually.
Yep.
Alright.
Yeah,
Of course, this guy knows nothing about the show, so he wouldn't know that. But then again, I didn't know it either.
I'm pretty sure in the episode where Zero dies at the start of it, they also reference the opening of Temple of Doom.
Oh yeah, that's a whole reference to the Anything Goes thing
Yeah.
that
Yeah.
that I caught it. That was really cool.
Mom wanted to hold me back an extra year in kindergarten.
Anyway,
I'm kind of retarded.
Even when I was that
Yeah,
young.
we know.
Yeah,
we
you're
know.
kind of retarded. You really are.
We are very aware.
Alex Jones is smarter than you, by the way.
Yeah, that's scary.
He knows the prequels are actually good movies.
I knew electricity can't be dangerous. I mean, what should I expect from someone named Shit Fisto?
What?
Go fuck yourself.
Shit Fisto? Really? Alright.
We already knew why Anakin was upset at. We don't need him to explain why he's disgruntled.
We do. Fuck
He's
yourself.
just trying to have
redundant.
some banter.
Shut up, bitch.
That is a.
Yeah, that was
The way he says it is as if the clone trooper says it, so that makes it all right.
Shut up, bitch.
Why?
I mean, it's not a great line. I don't know. What do you want me to say? I mean, season 1 isn't all that fantastic.
When she said, the tone of her voice gave the audience enough information of her current state.
No.
Oh
No,
my
no, 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 no. You have
No.
You don't do that. You don't do that. You don't fucking do that. I've seen enough movies where they try and do that. I am sick and tired of movies where they can say more but they don't, and we just get this awkward like, oh, I'm gonna go leave now. There's something called complete sentences. You should understand about it. I mean, fucking hell, I say stuff simple-minded retard.
This is like Sundered Blips level criticism, where like what he constitutes as bad is just how he feels about the show. It's like we constantly say you can't say that because that's subjective. And like he's like, but like audience won't like it as much. And then when we say, oh yeah, plot holes are objectively bad, we're like, it's subjective.
I can guarantee you that he's one of those people he's one of those people that I don't like the prequels because they're not what I wanted. Like
at first, this video was kind of funny. Now it's just frustrating.
I just want him to just explode and go away.
I just want to crush his head. Jeez,
I know.
I want Grievous to crush his head.
You're a dragon. Just eat him and then burn him out with fire.
Hey, that's even better.
Kind of
I'm just like imagining just like this dragon on this computer with headphones on, just like typing with his scales.
Yep.
It's just like talking in a regular voice, just like a human lip syncing a dragon's jaw movements.
They literally tell you what the moral of the story is. What kind of show does that? Let the audience.
good one that like
I
is
don't
really
know.
clever and well written. There's a lot of movies that give away what they're about in like 5 seconds. Are they all bad now?
Yep.
I mean, what's a
I
good
would
example?
honestly say that sometimes like the message of the show gets like subverted. Like
Subverted?
sometimes I would okay, not in that kind of way. Don't even bring Ryan up. Just like sometimes they'll like think, oh, this is the moral of the story. This is what's gonna happen. And, there is some deviation from that. I'll admit I would probably prefer the show without them, but I still like them.
The audience figured it out on their own. Let them think. Worst part about this. they
Let
mentioned the
let them
statement
let
in
them
dialogue.
think without anything to go on whatsoever. Good idea.
The challenge of hope is to overcome corruption.
Oh, Bandicamp. Jeez, where did he get these? Where did he get
Future
these
has many
clips?
paths. Choose
OBS.
wisely.
OBS exists, by the way.
Yeah, put it in max settings. It's perfect.
That's a reference to The Empire Strikes Back. If you didn't know.
Really?
Yeah, Empire Strikes Back. Yoda says, "Difficult to see. Always in motion is the future."
I love this. I love these people's stupidity is so funny.
The path to evil may bring great power, but not loyalty.
Oh no, something in the episode is somehow related to the fortune cookie message at the beginning. That's so terrible. Oh no, you show her has fortune cookie message. That means it's bad.
The first step towards loyalty is trust.
Well, that's. Yes, the floor is made out of floor.
Is he voiced by the voice actor of Lee in The Walking Dead?
Let's see here. Krell voice actor, Master Krell voice
It
actor.
sounds a little bit like him.
David
Well-
Fennoy.
David Benoit. That might be him.
David Fennoy. IMDb.
Benoit.
Walking Dead season 1.
Wow. Who's Lee?
Also, this isn't even the relevant clip to show.
I know that guy's voice anyway.
The first step towards royalty is trust. That's referring to General Krell's mentality that just the clones will have ultimate loyalty towards them. This scene is him misunderstanding that entirely.
Okay. Who's Lee? Okay.
From The Walking Dead.
In one of their finale arcs, they had the dumbest cookie yet.
To my father was matters less than my memory of him.
Oh.
Wise Bumbleface's morals a Jedi fortune cookie.
What?
Okay, I realized who Lee is, and I didn't know you were a big Left 4 Walking Dead fan.
Yes, I am indeed a big watch. I'm a big Left 4 Walking Dead fan, indeed.
Walking Dead. I mixed up.
Let the left the dead walking, indeed.
I'm sorry.
No, it's fine. Yeah, I'm a fan of the first game. Second game is bad. Third game is kill myself.
Yeah, just like the show.
I don't want to think about these games anymore. Move on.
Boba Fett is a school shooter. There's no
School shooter. Oh,
The school shooter.
he's too young
No,
to be
he
one.
wants to get revenge for his father, who he thinks was murdered in cold blood.
Yeah.
What a school shooter!
Yeah.
I hate
Yeah.
you.
Oh my
So,
god,
I
yeah.
hate you.
Boba Fett's a school shooter for wanting justice for his father. God.
Even though
This-
he's
in hell.
even though
This-
he
moral compass
This
seriously.
this is one of those worthless human beings who are. Shut the fuck up. This is one of those useless human beings. When they hear about some guy killing like 50 people in a school shooting accident, he's like, what a bad person. Like he's one of those people. Like he's not like me who's like, what caused him to do that?
He's a bad person, unlike me.
yeah.
Like he's one of those terrible people that just they don't want to know, they don't want to understand. All they want to be is just like, oh, you killed these people. You're so bad. You're so bad. And I'm just like, why would anyone do that? And then when you figure out the story, it's like way more understandable. I'm not saying that's similar to this, but like it just strikes me as a person like that who would just not even ask questions. Like he's literally just like he's just like, I want to say revenge for my dad. Oh, he's a school shooter. Like jumping to that conclusion, it just shows you can't think.
SpongeBob
That's epic.
has a
Well,
great
that looks cool.
example.
That's not even from the show.
SpongeBob had a great example.
Of show
What?
don't tell. The episode Procrastination, you probably remember it being the essay episode. Not once in the episode do they say the word procrastination. Instead, they show it, and it's fantastic. While in the clone,
They don't.
Not
They-
saying the word procrastination in an episode called Procrastination, automatically fantastic masterpiece.
How the fuck they pull that off?
What? What?
What
Okay.
is this?
Okay, so alternate reality, SpongeBob is being filmed right now, and SpongeBob has a dad character in the show. The dad,
What?
the alternate reality, okay? The dad is like, why you always be so procrastinating? This guy would be like, it's bad. Dr. Delicious, I'll tell you why it's not said in the episode. Because it didn't need to be said. It would absolutely be said by Squidward or someone who actually gives a shit about SpongeBob getting it done if it would have been relevant. But procrastination is one of those nonsense English words that nobody understands.
Yeah, I don't even know what this means.
And lazy would be a far better way to like say it. Procrastination means not doing something that you want to be doing, something like that. I don't know. But like they don't say that because that's a really specific word that fucking hell, this is a new level of stupidity. This guy is like narrow levels of bad, except he luckily dislikes the sequels. He's just retarded on the prequels. And you can quote me on that, Dr. Delicious. You are a retard on the prequels. I'll put it on your gravestone. You'll be happy.
Yeah, and you call the Padme a thought. Prepare to die.
Yes, prepare to die hard. Actually, Angel Rin will just fucking She will hang you by your entrails.
I know that Angel Rin is a hardcore Star Wars Clone Wars defender from people like, you know.
Well,
She's gonna like she's going to hurt him so bad.
Oh,
yeah, and I have to wonder, once Anomaly starts like getting in discussions with people about Star Wars or Clone Wars, it's going to be interesting hearing what she has to say about it.
Oh shit!
This is a pretentious move by the creators to make the show more
Pretentious.
This guy,
So
honestly,
your
has
whole-
no
is it
intentions.
so is it
Your-
simple and baby, or is it pretentious and fake artsy?
Your
I think those two are contradictory.
no shit, Sherlock.
Found
Jesus
than it
Christ.
actually is. They make a new cookie for every episode, but they really have one theme for their show.
War versus peace.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
I hate you so much.
Absolutely not.
You can't think. This is why you don't like the prequels. You're just a loser, and you're like the reason why the world sucks.
Okay, so why? Okay, if the main theme is war versus peace, and I assume he's going to say peace is bad and war is, or peace is good and war is bad. Why is there an entire arc about teaching a bunch of freedom fighters to how to uproot a separatist occupation from their homes?
Yeah.
You know,
Obviously, if the show was all about peace, then they would say, "Come on, rebels! It's not about fighting what you hate. It's about saving what you love."
No, don't bring that up. Don't you ever bring that up.
how the fuck does this guy know the sequels are bad, but the prequels are? Like, how does he not see how they're good then?
And how this
I-
is, and the other show
I
is
don't know.
good.
Like he said, he's kind of retarded.
Jedi from the Galactic Republic. Our ship clashed a few miles away and one of us is fairly badly injured. We need your help.
Violence breeds violence. Jedi are no peacekeepers.
Yeah, that guy is wrong. Like at the end of that arc, the village people take a stand against the separatists because they realize this guy is like is stuck in his traditions and won't budge on things even when he is clearly wrong.
Yep.
Christ's sake. And
Is that
also,
cool?
yes, the conflict of the Jedi being peacekeepers and weapons of war is talked about in the show quite a bit because it's relevant. Just saying that oh, it's a common theme. It's not an argument at all.
This
Chairman
is
promised the Tals that we would leave them in peace.
This is now an internal affair of Pantora.
Again, this guy feels threatened by these like people living on one of his moons, which he assumed was his own. And now these people are like saying, "Hey, you guys got to get out of here because this is our moon." He would obviously feel threatened by that. These things, I don't care if you think that they're silly and simple; they make sense.
The great Tai Sen, son of suns, asks again that you leave or it will be war.
the voice actor of is that C-3PO's original voice actor?
Yes.
Daniels?
Yes. He's been pretty much in every Star Wars thing ever.
It is.
I was just thinking about what you said earlier.
Oh yeah, this scene right here between Barriss and Ahsoka is actually excellent. I cannot believe he's using it as an example of like stupid baby show bullshit.
Yeah, but problem is Barris. They've TCW ruined Barris.
I bet this in
How did it ruin Barriss?
Nothing.
No, I want to hear this.
Okay.
Okay, let's say Star Wars: The Clone Wars is Legends. Then yes, they ruined Barriss.
Yeah.
Absolutely, 100%. But I'd argue that Star Wars: The Clone Wars is not Legends.
Yes. Then then that's
I would say that her being a terrorist is not very well set up.
yeah.
There are implications of her like hiding her feelings from everybody. That's why she like because she's the Padawan of Luminara, who like she expects her Padawan to be very formal, very unemotive, the stuff like that. So it makes sense as to why she like keeps these feelings bottled up inside her. And again, I still think that this scene is good regardless of what happens afterwards.
Join the peace at last. As a Jedi, I'm not sure I know how to do that. Master Windu has said we have.
They also messed up Barris' age in TCW. She should have been the same age as Anakin.
We don't know how old she is in Star Wars: The Clone Wars.
Oh.
Well, it's only a difference of like 5 or 6 years, so it's not that bad.
I don't. I mean, how old is Anakin in Star Wars: The Clone Wars?
20,
He's
21.
He would be 19 at the start, or like near the start. She looks like 17, 18.
Okay. Okay. Fine. Let's continue.
Keepers of the peace, not warriors. However, once the war is over, it will be our job to maintain the peace. Yes, but
Oh, 1 more minute, guys. We will.
warriors. And what's the difference? I don't have all the answers, Ahsoka. Like you, I'm a learner. What does your master tell you? Anakin? Oh, you might find some of his thoughts on the future, a bit radical. Really? Why? Let's just say my master will always do what needs to be done. I'm not even sure how peacetime will agree with him.
Anyway, let me show you my last reason why this show sucks in this video.
What's our cookie?
Yeah, I've been given a single one, and you have no idea. You are. I am sure that if you criticize the prequels, you're just going to be just as wrong as everybody else we have covered. Like you have, I do not watch this show, and I can just tell how wrong you are. I have a blurry memory of most of the episodes. I remember stuff like the blue zombie people that can fly, just like her lightsaber gets stolen by some green bitch. Like I have vague memory of moments in the show, and I know you are dead wrong. Just dead wrong. Like I'm embarrassed to watch your video. You have no idea. Absolutely no idea. And now you're going to make fun of Dave Filoni, who, honest to God, let's be honest, everybody. Whether you don't like Resistance or whatever, he made a great TV show with Clone Wars.
Again, the Resistance, they say he worked on it. It was very much Disney's show. Rebels not good, but I'd argue that he was still under a lot of heavy constraints. He directed a lot of episodes of Avatar: The Last Airbender, which is a fantastic show. And yeah, he made the Clone Wars. He didn't make it. George made it, but he was a supervising director.
Where we are going always reflects where we came from.
Well, you read it off the screen.
Well
It's
done
not like
there.
you remember that. Like, is that the cookie you wrote, or did we change it?
No, that was pretty much the cookie.
That's pretty much it.
He wrote them and he didn't even care.
What? Okay. Well, Filoni. Okay.
What the fuck was that?
All right. Well, okay. Well, it's kind of showed that Filoni didn't really care what George told him. George wanted Ahsoka to die at the end of season 5, but
no, he didn't. The original plan was that Ahsoka was just going to come back into the Order.
No, it wasn't.
No, yes, that is what the featurettes say.
No, fuck.
Yeah.
Lucas wants
both of you be quiet after I hear this.
All right.
What's our cookie? Do you even remember the cookie?
Where we are going always reflects where we came from.
Well, you read it
Well
off
done.
the screen.
Well done
You
there.
remember that. Like, is that the cookie you wrote, or did we change it?
No, that was pretty much the cookie.
That's pretty much it.
He wrote them and he didn't even care.
That is flimsy argument, to say the least. You have no.
George Lucas wanted Ahsoka to die at some point, but it was not specified as season 5. And George Lucas saw the final cut of the episode before it aired, so he could have changed it if he wanted to.
You're just another one. You're just another one in the long line of people that are throwing pieces of toilet paper over the manner that is the Star Wars prequels and the Clone Wars, and you think that toilet paper is going to last there forever, and the rain isn't going to just tear it apart. You think your arguments hold, yet the toilet paper just runs off the building, and you honestly think you did something. You all you did was slightly annoy George Lucas
and us.
And us and anyone who likes. That's all you do. That's all you do with this. You don't make arguments. You don't do anything. You don't throw anything at the wall that sticks.
I can't believe people actually agreed with this video.
You just throw.
There are people in the comments saying like, "Oh yeah, I like the Clone Wars, but like, yeah, this is a good video, and I agree with almost every point you made." Like, this is retarded.
Yeah, even
Terrible.
even my oldest friend on the internet, Iron Inquisitor, and some sort of agreed on this video.
Oh my
And
god!
And Brave Blitz also hated it. Just I gotta have to.
Let's see if he has anything of note to say after this.
You know,
Thanks for watching the video, guys. I truly appreciate it. Now, if you like this video, I really appreciate it that you rate, subscribe, or heck, even donate to my Patreon. Or you just simply just had.
why did you not in full screen? Are you afraid you're gonna copyright yourself?
I don't know.
Anyway, now when it comes to part 2, if this video garnishes enough views, I will make a part 2.
Garners.
But if it doesn't,
Not garnishes. Garners.
Oh my god, he
Oh,
doesn't
what?
even know English.
Whatever.
You know,
oh well. But anyway,
he's
once
kind of
again,
ugly,
guys,
honestly.
Thanks for watching. I hope you guys have a great day.
Okay, so where are we putting this on our list? Narrow Video's the worst, then Bladed Media's Trilogy. I think this is right below that.
Bladed is worse than Daryl.
Yeah.
No, I
Okay.
did that.
All right.
It made me go off into tangents about he's demonic. It is that bad.
Yeah, Narrow's worse though.
Neryl makes me want to die, but Bladed Media makes me think that I'm listening to some kind of demon.
Okay, I would say those two are the top two either way. Like, you could put them in any order you want to. Those two are the top.
What?
I'd say this one is right below.
What?
Speaking about demons and superstition, well, not superstition to me, but whatever. You know, the Bible has this one amazing line in it that says, "My people are lost for lack of knowledge." Now that's more talking generally about the destruction of, well, civilizations, but I feel like it's a little true here. If you have no idea what the fuck you're talking about, you're just lost on a subject.
Oh fuck that!
Stop.
And the stream, Jesus Christ.
And the
Okay.
stream.